What did Bit send them?
Wait, what?
What did Bit send them?
First
thing in the morning.
Thing in the morning, she sends a voice message.
You can read these out loud now. This is so
Oh yeah,
cool.
no, we don't have to actually.
Click.
Basically, it just sounds like she's running. It's like that distinct sound of somebody running while they're on the phone. And it's like muffled, like.
You can hear the slapping of her feet because she's not running elegantly right now. She's just running.
Yeah.
So you can hear feet slapping on concrete in the background as she says.
She says, "I'm on my way. I know where you guys are now. I went to the wrong place before, but I'm coming to the right place now. Just stay put. Don't move, and don't touch my fucking stuff." Delia, I'm looking at you.
Ooh. I didn't touch anything.
Well,
okay.
Wait, there was more than one place we could have gone?
Okay, love you, bye.
Okay, well.
Okay, that was sweet.
Yeah, she might be a little bit mad about you touching her things.
To be fair, I'm not holding the guns. You are, so you're
But
still
you
touching
took them out.
I know, but you're also touching them. So just saying, you are all party to
I
the
was
touching.
I was holding guns, but I'm not keeping guns, so.
I'm not keeping the guns either. So realistically, you're the only one touching her things
Like
right
you
now.
see
She just puts
Evelyn
her hands
kind
in
of
the air.
like, she was clearly putting something on. She goes, "Do you think she'll be upset?"
Where?
I found this in her.
It's very you.
You would find that. You would. You know what?
I don't know why she has this.
Honestly, it's better
It's
than
actually
the
not
potato
bad.
sack,
Bit
so-
mugged a footlocker.
This is the old female Foot Locker employee. Like, oh god.
I got this from the Vampire Freak store.
All right. Calm down over there.
All right, put him away.
I mean, she'll be fine, right? Look, I was able to mock up some laser from the leftovers.
To be fair, I did text her saying sorry about all the blood and the mess and all that.
Yeah, I think to be fair, she went through my apartment too, and Delia's kind of making her way to.
Are you saying that this makes you even?
Maybe. It kind of depends on how much she snooped while I was gone. I'll ask.
Scared about what she found in my apartment.
Well, we gave her your pajamas that one time, and she's just kind of idly checking the security cameras as she's seeing if there's any sign of her.
No. Looking at the cameras, you haven't.
How long ago did she send that message?
Well, it couldn't have been that long because we
now?
just got up. So
I mean, she sounded like she was like running,
Yeah, she's
so she's
How
clearly
fast can she? She can't run like I can run, can she?
I don't know, but if she went to the wrong place, she probably went to our apartments. I don't know why she would think we would go to our apartments if we're trying to avoid being killed.
Unless she has other hideouts or something.
No, but she gave us the directions to this one. I don't know the other ones.
That's what I was going to
That's a
say.
good
How
point.
did she go elsewhere if she knew?
No, I think she went to our apartment.
Oh.
Right? So then our apartment's roughly... She tries to think. I have no spatial awareness, so does Delia know how far away the apartments are from this place?
It'd be a long walk.
It would be.
It'd
It'd be
It would
quite
be a
a. It'd be
walk.
quite a run
We're like
from
cross town, right?
from 56 from like 56, 55th, and 2nd
Yeah.
down to the Brooklyn Bridge
Yeah,
side,
okay,
to the
that's
Manhattan side of the Brooklyn
Send
Bridge.
another like voice message.
Yeah, you can send
like a-
multiples. Yeah, you can keep sending them if you want.
Okay.
That was the first one you sent.
Okay, well she's gonna send a video and
Oh, yes.
Oh God.
it's like again like a kind of like she's getting in a car.
Okay.
Could she get a car? She has
You can Uber
Yeah.
or Lyft.
She's
Like
like-
you've done that before.
She's like, okay. She's like, I don't have to run. She's not out of breath. Obviously, she's a vampire. That's the joke. That's the joke. She's just like, I got an Uber. Should be there in like, okay, from where she's at, Uber. I don't really know how to determine time and distance.
Space is confusing.
Yeah. Would you say like 20 minutes?
Yeah, about that.
20 minutes by
Yeah.
Uber? Okay. She's like, okay, I'm gonna be there in 20 minutes. Everything's fine. Bit out! And she just like, gang signs, closes the phone.
Nice.
That's the last message.
Okay, well she's coming.
Okay, and I think obviously we have a lot we need to talk about before she gets here. But when she gets here, she
Right.
can let us know about all the things we missed at Elysium.
Yeah.
And we could update her maybe on the state of how we left Nikolai. That
Oh
seems
yeah,
important.
that'd be yeah.
Evelyn's just staring at the papers that she has like strewn around, that she had like written all these things on.
I'm glad you didn't write it on the walls. That would be quite rude.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Well, I don't know what. I'm not sure. I mean, I guess just keep an eye out still on the cameras, see if anyone, because we don't want somebody else finding.
Well, we do have the sound alert set up from last night.
True.
So it should be.
There is a motion klaxon that goes off.
To be fair, though, there are people who can bypass that probably. So we've noticed that in our apartment. She might not show up. She's probably not going to show up. So
She's probably just.
I don't know how useful that is.
Yeah, I mean, I bet she's gonna fucking jump scare fucking Evelyn.
I should have not told. Damn it.
Well, where am I? I'm in the back in the bed.
Oh yeah, you don't
Like,
hear
I'm
like,
Challenging still.
I'm like all the way, like, I guess where I am, there's like, I'm against the wall on this cot.
yeah, I'm like stage whisper. It's like
Yeah,
she's
I'm just
she's
like,
gonna fucking jump scare Evelyn or some shit, and it's gonna be amazing or
I
terrifying.
hope she doesn't panic punch.
Who? Bit or Evelyn?
I mean,
Who's gonna panic punch who?
well, that just seems like a great pivotal question.
Well,
I
I'm
don't know.
looking forward to finding out.
Okay.
oh wait, I need the book quickly.
Oh, the book.
Thank you.
The sacred book.
Give me one moment. Continue.
All right. Well, I mean, so what time did you say for the evening for us starting? It's about.
Oh well, it's
Early
right.
evening.
It's about just after sundown.
Okay.
So about like 20 minutes after sundown,
Hmm.
which would put you probably. Well, I mean, when did it get dark today? Because you're in the same season.
5-ish.
Yeah, so it's probably like 6:30, I'd
Okay,
say.
that's not bad.
Given that you guys are still technically
I've slept later than that myself, so sure.
technically this game is still in December timeline wise.
Okay.
We need to consider that Nikolai chased us all the way, not to here, but kind of here. Are we even safe to stay here? Until
Well-
we fix that entire situation, I don't know if we need to keep moving to a newer, safer place.
Because you think if we move, then we'll just be found again?
No, I mean, if we stay in the same area he left us in, if he continues to search for us.
Well, I mean, when we took him down, he didn't see specifically where we went. He could think we could have gone anywhere, for all we know.
That's fair, but we are in the area. If I were to start there looking for us, I mean, humans find people in areas all the time.
I suppose.
Double checking something.
But I mean, I don't know. If hopefully he doesn't keep coming after us, and if he will just leave us alone.
That
you
is.
know?
I don't know.
Well, look, I mean, look, I know but we kicked his ass pretty well.
If anything, I think that means.
I left
there's
an
more
axe
of a
in
reason.
his chest.
Yes, you did fantastic.
I pinned him to the ground. I
Yes,
mean,
it
he's
was-
going to be angry.
Yeah, I mean, I said it was fantastic. Now I'm starting to not be sure how fantastic that might be.
Were they whispering? Or were
They were talking in the other
We were
room.
just talking.
talking.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, so I guess I chime in from
Hear
the
us.
back room.
Yeah. like-
he was turning over his shoulder to kind of shout through
Yeah.
Shout
through
back
the
at
window through the doorway at you.
The point of the matter is just because if he decided on his own that we were worthy of being hunted down and eliminated, I think us putting an axe in his chest would probably just.
I put an axe in his chest.
That's fair, ma'am. If we're going to just sit here and discuss who did what, I did also put a bit of a.
Well, we have to figure out who he was going after and why.
That is a very good point. But the point is that I don't think he's just going to give up on us because we hurt him.
Also, we're still not sure if he decided
Should've
to
aimed
do
for
it
the
or
head.
somebody else told him that we were
Well, I
worth
think
hunting.
no. I think he decided to do it
Did you
himself
aim
because
for his
what Bit
sword?
We've
said.
never even seen.
Is
I've
that what
never.
you aim
Well,
for?
no, I
It's
mean
down in the
I've
chest.
heard of him, but I mean like.
That's where
pulling
his
it.
scarf
Well,
would
but
be.
why would he just now decide
Like,
that
so
we're
angry
To be
worth the
fair,
trouble?
we did kind of steal a body that was meant for final death from within an Elysium, kill 2 ghouls.
I don't
For people who
think.
didn't like us to begin with because we were associated
hang
with
on.
you, Priestley.
I don't believe, no matter what Le Grand Papillon said, I don't think I would have been
The reason?
sent out to the sun. He was going to do something regardless if you guys had done it.
I mean,
that's very hopeful.
he did. You did tell you to put
Yes,
the tracker.
but
So
then-
even if like she, I mean, she could have we could have waited longer, possibly.
Because
to
when we
get her.
spoke, it was more of a clearly this is a punishment that's going to be done to show that I am not immune to punishment, under his reign. But it wasn't to kill me. I very much doubt Le Grand Papillon would kill me over something like this.
I mean, that's sentimental. I appreciate the hope involved with that, but considering our kind, I think it would be just as easy that...
Well, out of all the emotional drama I have just dug up for the last, 400 years, I say it's very much in Le Grand Papillon's character to not just do that.
To hurt the ones he loves?
Hasn't hurt anybody yet. They would all, she points to like 4 different papers. He had multiple times to kill Siegbert here, and during this war, and there, and also in Louisiana, and he didn't.
To be fair, you weren't there, so you don't really know what might have happened.
No, but he clearly took on Edward as a spite.
Right.
Yeah, so he was trying to hurt them before even more. Because killing someone's very one-shot.
Well,
you do it once.
Yeah, but...
Right, but Le Grand Papillon has no reason to treat me that way. I was not a child out of spite. I was not a child that he didn't care about. He's very much always treated me like a doting, kind, like a grandfather.
So you think he'll call off the scourge and...
I don't know if the scourge was called on me. It could have been called on you two. I mean, you two did kill...
attack you too, though.
But you killed 2 ghouls.
We didn't mean to.
Also, it's not our fault that they were so terribly fragile. I did try and erase their memory, and
well, you tried to erase one of their memories.
One of them, yes.
One of them.
The other
Well,
one
you smashed one of their heads and made him a freaking...
I forgot how fragile they are. I'm sorry. Also, but the other thing was, then why would Le Grand Papillon decide that now is the time to stake Siegbert in front of everyone?
Are we sure it was him?
Yes.
Of course it was him. He was working with Curtis.
Well,
yes.
It was technically
and everything.
Curtis that did it.
Yeah, but Curtis...
Because Le Grand
hairs.
Papillon, I don't believe, has him to do the dirty
So
work.
he could have somebody else murder you, and it would be okay by this logic of his code. If you're saying
there is no reason for him to.
But there's no reason to keep you alive either, is there?
I mean, by that logic, then, I mean, we should just all be fucking dead or something. I don't fucking know.
I wouldn't want to put my life or yours in the hands of hoping that someone will intervene and
No, it's more
us.
like we need to figure out the definitive answer as to why the Scourge was coming after us. Was it us, all 3 of us, just you 2, me and you? I mean...
I think we agree. We all need some more information about what happened during Elysium, too. But Bit should be here in probably, 15, 20 minutes tops. So
Hopefully.
I'm sure she'll be able to give us information. She put herself on the line by letting us have sanctuary here in her personal haven. That kind of incriminates her if we're considered to be persona non grata, if you think about it. So I think we could trust her.
Well, we have to see what she says about what happened at Elysium when she gets here.
Yeah, but I mean, if Curtis told Bit that she's all safe and comfy with his whole New World Order shit, then by proxy, by us being established and let into this place of safety, that we are also...
I think maybe we need to remind
safe.
Curtis that we did hand him a very valuable pawn for him on what he was using. We could have very easily asked Grigori, but we did not. We handed it over to him, and I didn't think it was necessary for us to point out the value.
Oh god, I didn't even think what the fuck happened to Grigori. We didn't see what happened to him.
We saw he was staked, but we don't know if he stayed in such a way. And regardless, we did help, and maybe he needs to remember that. Maybe we have more value now that the city is a bit more gray than it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, as you guys are saying that,
Summoned.
essentially, you see the Christmas lights start to flash and then go strobe lighty, and Bit just appears right next to Evelyn.
Oh, you made it on time.
Damn it, no! You're supposed to react. Okay.
What did you want me to do? Something like this? Can I like run up the wall really quick? Do I have to roll for that?
You would have to.
Fine, I'll do it.
That's a rouse check.
Wow, look at you.
Roll. It's
I'm
one.
flexing.
One day.
flex on
Roll
the
a rouse. One die. Roll a rouse check.
Okay.
Flex on him.
I fail it.
So gain a hunger.
Woo!
I mean,
To
but you get to
activate-
do it.
I get to do it.
Yeah, you get to.
You get to run up that wall. And
I'm
flex.
still holding the paper in my hand, but all the other papers around me kind of like whoosh really quick, and I like you clearly see me go whoop. Like
You can't stand up there. You
Oh.
basically make a loop de loop.
Great. Oh, what were you expecting me to do this? So you see like a blur of white and black go, and then like go back in place.
Oh, nostalgia. That reminds me of my pet hamster that I had. He loved his wheels so much.
This
But that was really cool.
This wasn't what I was expecting.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank you.
hey guys.
Hey,
made it.
Yeah, no, we're here.
Bro, that really, that's a relief, because I did actually go to your place, Delia, because the sun was rising, and
It was a bit late. Are you okay? Were you?
I'm okay.
What happened? Yeah. Ooh.
What happened at Elysium?
Will you tell us your news? I'll tell you
We'll have show and tell.
our news.
Trades. All right, you go first.
Okay, well, first... Wait a second. Oh my god, no. Oh no. No.
What? I mean, I had to get out of that potato sack.
I mean, it was a cute potato sack.
No.
Poly blend.
It was awful.
Okay, you're gonna be really mad at me when I tell you where that's from.
Don't.
The dumpster behind Halloween City. They were throwing them away, and I thought, like
Sexy
maybe
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, it's a sexy Beetlejuice costume.
if I ever got invited to like an Elysium, I wanted something cute to wear. But then I realized that I'm
You're wearing
disgusting.
Oh my god.
I mean, I literally made a duct tape dress in the middle of a poop-ridden sewer, so I've done worse.
Wow.
Hey,
do you?
hey. To be fair, you did wear her pajamas once.
Okay.
I fashioned this entire blazer out of stuff. I'm pretty sure this may be some bear stuffing in here.
Oh, Jesus.
She touches her very padded shoulders.
Wow, you're freaking good. Hey, the dress looks better on you than it ever would on me, so you can keep it.
Wow. You need a pay raise.
I'm
You're not even hired by
tired yet.
Wow.
Oh, what you mean, like modeling? Like runway?
Miss Braithwaite.
It's basically just
Be kind.
nope.
Maybe we could work up to that one day.
To be fair, I did a little thing once. She was impressed by it. You just gotta practice. We'll get there.
Okay. I feel like you're lying to me.
No,
No, it
I'm
did
not.
happen at the
I'm
IV
not
drip.
lying. No,
It is Alice
it's
witnessed?
fine. It's fine.
Alice can tell the tale.
Oh yeah, no, he's totally not lying.
Yeah.
Dr. Fun.
Why would I lie?
Wow, lest we forget.
Well,
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Elysium.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was,
So I'm assuming you know when we left.
yeah, I
We'll start like right before then.
saw you guys dip. I
Yeah.
was like,
I was in a glass box.
yeah, you were.
Yep.
Yeah.
You didn't look great.
I know, I'm aware.
But I was like, what the fuck? Where are they going? And then I realized, and I was like, oh fuck, that's probably bad. And then Curtis and the sheriff, they kind of like, there's kind of like a altercation.
Wait, who started though? Who was it? Anna or
It was kind of
Curtis?
hard to tell, It's just like, oh, you look away and you're looking at, oh, nice cathedral, and then you look over and shot, but not by Curtis though.
Okay.
Okay.
It was just a gunshot and then boom, head roll.
What kind
And
of
then-
fucking gun just shoots someone's head off like
A
that?
crossbow?
Well, no, it didn't shoot her head off, Eddie. She was shot and then boom, head roll. Like her head
Oh.
just got cut off.
Okay, well, I mean,
It was like a distraction.
specifics.
Everyone was like, "Ooh, gunfire! Oh no!" And then
Yeah, and then final death.
okay.
All right, well,
Dead.
So
Okay.
So what happened to you?
Well,
Ew. That's a really beautiful chapel. What a shame.
Yeah, I mean, it was
St. Patrick's Cathedral, a chapel. Okay.
burn. Take that, Christian.
No burning, please. We had enough of that in the apartment, and I don't want to deal with it again.
No more fire extinguishers being hurt in this episode. But yeah, it was pretty gruesome. But I mean, I feel like
Did anyone else get hurt, or were the shots completely there for chaos?
Well, Chaos, Elysium did kind of go like afterwards.
They didn't really take the news of new people asking for seats.
Yeah, that La Sombra thing.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me via what I knew coming in from, well, my travels.
Yeah, you kind of called that one.
Yeah.
What else?
What-
Curtis is the sheriff now.
Yeah, we
Ooh, what else
heard
is he?
that.
Oh, he got a lot of promotions. The Hound. The Hound.
Wait, he's the sheriff and the hound?
Yeah, kind of like a dual position that he decided to take on. He's got, well, I mean, he's already pretty good at playing two different people. I mean, two different positions. He can juggle it.
Okay.
That's fair. I actually don't put it past him. Not that I'm at all concerned with the amount of power he now wields, and yet somehow we have to be hiding in a...
Yeah,
I
I'm
thought
already exhausted. I just woke up.
Sorry. Did you sleep in my bed? I just want to apologize. Like
The cot?
Yeah. Bed? Cot? Wait, what? It's okay. It's not your bed, but like it's something.
Yeah, no, I did. Thank you. It was really nice.
Okay.
She's
I
trying.
feel really
She's trying.
Noted, okay?
I feel like Bit's holding on by a thread of Evelyn snapping at her like
It was really nice. Thank you. I was tired.
So
okay.
so
Very
wait.
tired, I assume.
Rewind.
You-
Okay.
so you said so. Okay, so Curtis is the sheriff and the hound.
Correct.
What happened with Sigbert's body?
Didn't really see that part actually.
Well, I mean, what did you do after everything started to go to fucking shit?
Well, I got promoted too. I'm a heartbeat.
Hey.
You're gonna be so much better than Alice.
So
I
whoa,
get
Yeah.
to call
wait.
you instead of Alice now?
Yeah, and I'm much more fun to talk to. She's a
I mean,
total bitch.
honestly, at least I don't have to worry about your tit showing in one of the worst designs I've ever made, so it's great.
Listen,
Wait,
if she wants
wait.
to show her
You're
tits,
welcome.
she can.
Wait,
She
Yeah,
did.
not with my brand name on it.
so
I was
wait.
talking about Bit. I was saying just because. Why did you say that Bit can't show her tits?
No, I was talking about. Oh my gosh, never mind.
I mean, if
Wait.
you,
It's fine. It's fine. Congratulations on your promotion.
But
it is a little weird. I kind of don't really know why.
what about?
How did you get it? Did Curtis tell you?
Yeah,
I mean, to be fair,
Wait.
it was part of the whole
wait.
like safety card, also promotion, and
What about Fernando though? Isn't he still like the head harpy?
yeah, and that's
awkward.
awkward.
Oh boy, wait till you hear what I
No,
have to tell you about
Fernando isn't the Master Harpy.
No,
one of the
head-
angels is though.
Yeah.
Oh, the master harpy is Vincent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
my
that's
bad.
right.
Vincent Angel is the Master Harpy.
Okay.
Okay.
His direct child.
Oh, okay.
Still awkward. It's fine.
Yeah, it's still a little awkward.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Oh, wait till you have to hear what I finally got to piece together about.
Well, wait. Before you, I don't mean for this to come out really. This is gonna come out terrible. You're promoted. You're the harpy. The information we tell you.
Yeah.
How confidential is that?
Listen, guys. I'm kind of new to this whole vampire gig, being immortal, and technically I'm only 30 years old.
Wait.
I'm not
How old are you?
Yeah, wait.
30 years old real time.
Oh my god.
I was turned when I was 18.
You haven't even lived a normal life yet.
Nah. And I don't think I ever will. But
New normal.
yeah. If I'm gonna start being an asshole, I might as well try and do that after I've lived a full life.
2006, huh?
Yeah. Shitty year for pop music.
Evelyn like just touches her hair. It's like,
Yeah, both Celia and Evelyn are just like,
a little self-conscious.
Miss Priestley, you still look great. Like, you still look perfect. Like, I remember seeing pictures of you in fashion magazines at the time, being like, wow, she looks great, and not knowing why. Now I know why. It's hilarious. And cool.
Evelyn also kind of doesn't know, like, that was a compliment, but also backhanded.
Bit the new harpy persona.
No.
wiggling her way in.
Getting into character.
But
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so, well, if you're the harpy, are you gonna tell stuff to all the other harpies, like the angels, even if you don't fucking like them?
listen,
That's not how the position works.
I don't know how this works.
Well, no, I was saying for
for a bit.
for the player.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, we're in my haven. You guys are with me. Being a harpy doesn't change anything.
Thank
Okay.
you, and thank you also for putting yourself out there and letting us come here. I do realize that, especially now, it is a bit of a conflict of interest. But I do think we should talk to Curtis, because I think we
I
should
mean,
be
you
hiding
guys
here.
aren't as fucked as you think.
Okay, great. I was
That's
gonna
nice.
tell you, no matter what would happen. To be fair, I owe you one.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I'm aware.
But that's okay.
Technically, we all owe you one.
Yeah.
You owe two.
That one time she lent you a hand.
Yeah, so you technically, Miss Priestley, you owe her two. I only owe one. Eddie owes one.
What?
So
I
that's
forget. What did I owe?
Well, she let us.
I
stay
can
here.
give
Oh,
you
yeah, that's
a
the
lot
owing.
of money
I
if
can.
you want to deck this place out really well.
I can show you a
That-
whole bunch of dogs.
oh wow, you guys are speaking my language.
Well, is that all of the news?
Pretty much.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, wait,
Sure.
well, did you know anything about Nikolai coming after us?
Oh, well, you guys got my warning, right? Was it too late? What happened?
Well, Wait, do
Evelyn
you
kind
have
of shuffles proudly.
She didn't run. This one.
Well, I mean, she did run, but in a
Wow.
good way.
She ran
a good
towards
way.
the danger.
Well, honestly,
I mean,
I
well,
tried
at
to
first we were
carry.
running away from the danger. But then
I
once
tried to carry
the danger
Delia
took us on,
out
then
of
we
the
ran towards danger.
situation. Once I realized that we were being
Once you
chased.
left me.
What?
Once you left me.
I mean, I left her after we got out of a car that I had gotten hit by. It's a very complicated story. And once I started running to catch up with him, well, she got caught, and then
It was messy.
it got messy. There were some power lines that got ripped and thrown into his chest. I kind of flew through the air and stabbed him in the chest with an axe.
The axe is actually very, very unique. It's doesn't look exactly like that.
You want to pass it?
It's about the same
Celia
size
pulls it from her purse.
Okay.
in the size department. It's about that size, but the blade actually hooks down and is bearded, so you can actually hold it by the handle closer to the head, and the blade would cover your knuckles.
Damn.
And from what you can see, there's some Cyrillic etched into the blade. Russian text.
Yeah, so, Delia gave him a good 1-2 with the electrical wires to his chest.
Did we lose power last night? Was it that bad?
What?
Did we lose any power in the
Oh,
area?
I didn't keep track of that, but like I'm sure.
We had power when we came here. We were only about a block and a half away.
Well, I didn't know if it was isolated. Are we on a generator? Are we on safe power?
Could Bit be on a generator? Betty?
Yeah, probably actually in this.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, the subways
Yeah.
don't rely on street line power. They rely on a lot of the underground stuff.
Oh, okay. So could Bidham notice that there was power out on her way?
On her way in,
On
yeah.
her way in.
probably but the thing is, in that time, it had probably been already repaired.
Okay, so she's just not gonna know. She's gonna be like,
I mean,
Yeah,
honestly,
no.
I was pretty pissed about what he did to her, so I went back and gave him what for. Told him that his scarf was tacky, which it
Did in
was.
fact say that to the scourge of our city.
wow, I'm.
He also hit
proud
me
of
in
you.
the back of the leg, but nobody really saw that because I already kind of took it out.
Jeez, you guys.
That's where I got the axe from.
Out of curiosity, linguistics 2, is Delia able to tell what's on the axe?
Bayushki Bayu. The hungry wolf.
Is he a gangrel? It's gonna be a gangrel.
No,
he's-
he's a Malkavian.
Oh, okay. I'm bad.
It's okay. It's been a week.
Literally.
I feel as though it's been a week.
Well, if that's all the...
Well, no, you said we're not as fucked as we think we are. Please enlighten us.
Well, we'll see. The thing about the whole scourge, whatever, is he just kind of decided to act all vigilante and just go after you guys on his own.
Oh,
That's not a
but-
relief, though.
no, I mean, it is a relief.
But he's not dead, for one.
Well, I
That's
mean, we know that.
No, we didn't
huge
know
bummer.
that.
Oh, okay. We didn't know.
That's
okay.
like a huge bummer.
Oh, they
Next-
wanted us to kill him.
Well, to be fair, if we added another unsanctioned death to the list of offenses, that might have maybe confirmed further that we were a problem. So I didn't want to.
That's true. I mean, it is. It wasn't really it wasn't the prince's idea to do that. I mean, he actually, I don't think he was for the blood hunt.
Sounds like him.
So
Wait till you hear what I have on
did-
him.
But the
Nikolai-
one, huh?
Did Nikolai come for us first, or did Fernando demand for punishment first? Which
I
started
think
which?
it kind of happened at the same time. I mean,
It was a really big, chaotic mess. There was people shouting, that kind of like you lost it.
Elysium was unlike anything I've ever seen. I mean, I haven't been to a lot of Elysiums that could be like the status quo.
No, I don't think that's normally how they go.
No, it's absolutely not how they go.
Usually
Okay.
there's a lot of snide comments, stink faces, and
And if there's any
Rumors.
drama, they just cut the lights and tell everybody to leave.
Wow. Okay, that is definitely not what happened.
wait. So he, through all of that, he thought we were the biggest offense.
Well, yeah. I mean, you guys killed 2 of his ghouls.
No, I meant Nikolai.
Oh.
Because if he did it on his own, that meant with shots fired in Elysium, with the former sheriff final death,
The introduction of the La Samba.
we
into
were
city.
the biggest problem on his plate.
Well, I mean, he had enough reason to go after you guys. And, like, I mean, who is he gonna go after? All of the La Sombra?
He
I
could
mean-
try.
Fair point.
Like, I mean, that was
I mean,
interesting.
that makes it sound like he underestimated us. Which, I mean,
Obviously, he
Yeah.
did.
Which, you know,
He has work.
unfortunately, that only happens once, and now that he can reassess, that puts us in a further position to make sure we clear our names quickly.
well, I mean, does the Scourge, like, do they usually work with other people? Or do they
No, the
solely
Scourge can
go
act on his
solo?
own.
But, I mean, like, do they team up with people, or do they usually just go solo by themselves for these hunts and things?
You've never heard of anybody in the city being referred to as the Scourge other than Nikolai. Sometimes coterie are declared the Scourge,
Oh, like a whole group.
like a whole group would
Scourge,
be.
got it, okay.
But
In this case, it's just him.
there's so much mystery around Nikolai.
Did any of Delia's blood get on Nikolai through the fight?
No, because your axe was not the one that was used.
Yeah, it was his
true,
axe that
yeah.
I put in him.
Yeah, if she had grabbed the axe
enough.
from
Okay.
Delia, although trying to wrench the axe away from somebody who's in the middle of a fury frenzy would have
Actually,
been a
I-
very entertaining
Yeah, that's
sequence.
Probably not the best strategic.
I would call it a complication.
Okay, well now that we have that clear,
What's all this?
Oh, I stayed up very late, just kind of sorting everything out. So I have the history here of Le Grand Papillon, Siegbert, and, well, Fernando.
Well, should I sit down? Should I grab some drinks? You guys.
I'll try and go over it as quickly as possible, but essentially starting in the 1690s. Siegbert and Le Grand Papillon got together. They were young. They were in love. It was great. They were in France. Siegbert was German. It was a whole thing.
Wow.
And then Siegbert ate. So, well, he diablerized another vampire. They broke up. Well, Siegbert broke up with Le Grand Papillon, who was extremely angry.
Is that why?
Okay, there's a few things I need to fill in there. Not 100% why, but the time of certain immigration things kind of match up. So for when they stopped talking to each other, plus when he left. So I'm gonna say yes for now, until otherwise clarified. Okay. So he ate somebody, they broke up, and he got together with a really charming Spanish man named Fernando. And they came over to the New World, and, well, Siegbert hung out in New York, created a whole train line involving Lucas, which is our Tremere Primogen. And they started doing trades. He created influence through trades and imports, and well, then there was a war. There was a few wars, and it was the New World, and American Revolution, and then history class like Louisiana Purchase.
Yeah.
Okay. So well, Le Grand Papillon.
Side interest I didn't know Miss Priestley had. I didn't know she was so academic.
So Le Grand Papillon. Actually, it's true. She is very academic. So Le Grand Papillon came down to French Louisiana, met up down in Mexico in another war, because it was France's second occupation of Mexico. There was a guy named Fernando there, and maybe perhaps Le Grand Papillon's spite child, my sire there, named Eduardo, and they went off and lived in New Orleans for a few years, and then came back up to New York, where it's all a bunch of, it's a giant love triangle, basically.
Wow. But does it still count as a triangle if...
It's a square.
Did Fernando ever...
My sire
on,
was
sorry.
not well liked by Le Grand Papillon, and it was very clear that my sire knew that he was changed out of spite to Fernando. Like, he took him from Fernando.
Like Fernando was grooming him.
Yes. And...
Wait, so...
Cat.
No cat.
She's like, I'm rolling dice! Is this how I do?
Get your leather. Go.
But, all in all, it's been a long... yeah.
Who would have
So, like, when there was a few Elysiums ago, a few months ago, where I took actually Eddie and Delia with me to an Elysium, and it ended with Le Grand Papillon slapping Siegbert. Never again. And, well, it turns out that was because they were in love once, and yeah.
I mean, but they
will never have sex again. Maybe.
I mean, but is that...
Okay, Maria.
I mean, but we don't know if that's specifically what he meant by never again. We don't really know. We never...
Evelyn comes over and takes Eddie's hand. I really think you should trust me on this, that this is exactly what that was.
I say she's correct.
I mean, I'm
Let
not
me tell you,
saying you're
if
wrong.
there is one thing that Le Grand Papillon is, it's emotional, flamboyant, and loves to put on a scene. So, of course. I mean...
And now he's staked him.
In a big scene that let Elysium erupt into an explosion!
Love bites.
You said you don't know if Siegbert's still staked. I assume he is. But did Grigori stay nice and stiff and stationary?
Oh, that's very important for us. As far as I know, yes.
Okay.
He's still staked?
Yeah, we're
All right.
our buns are secure.
So what?
If you want to take a look at this.
Yeah, I'm gonna just like, ooh, Jesus Christ. This hurts my eyes.
You start up here and then work your way down. It goes like down here and then down here and then you go down here.
Never really been good with like visuals. Jesus Christ,
Yeah, I had to do a lot of research. I had to dig back in my brain. You know, I went to really good school when I was young, but like, regardless.
Did you wear like a schoolgirl outfit?
Was it secretary school? Because about
Oh no. No.
Okay, just asking for reasons. You can see on one of Bit's bookshelves, there is a lot of manga.
She doesn't know what that is. She doesn't know what that is.
Evelyn doesn't know?
No.
Okay, well this is just a side note. Lots of manga and lots of 70s yaoi manga.
Oh no, the hands!
But 70s yaoi manga is notorious for
This?
love triangle. For this. So Bit's like eyes widen.
The cat seems very interested as well.
Yes.
My timeline.
Yes. You see?
So we have to decide our next course of action based on all the information that we know from the past, present, and well, hopefully going into the future.
So are you going to share your thoughts with the prince or Curtis or?
Yeah, how are you gonna like just open up this powder keg to the prince now?
I'm not. I will do it slowly and over time.
Okay, well we do have time. We have lots of time. That is what vampires have.
I mean, because think about it this way. I can't just burst into his office at the Gilded Thread and go, I know everything about your past relationships and how you all fucked each other and now you're all angry at each other. So that's not how you do this kind of thing.
I think we need to focus on publicly exonerating ourselves first so that we can walk around
That's
the streets.
what I was going to say next. I was going to take this slowly in the more delicate route.
Can we go back to her apartment? Is it safe there?
Oh, that reminds me. Could Bit have brought Daisy? Because wasn't she at Evelyn's apartment?
Yes, she was.
You did go to Delia, yeah.
I went to Delia's apartment, but
But that doesn't mean she can't stop off at Evelyn's place.
Yeah.
Same building.
Yeah, you checked off in Daisy.
Yeah. Oh, she's like, oh, that reminds me. I just wanted to make sure it was safe before I let her in. And could she open the door and could Daisy be there?
Daisy trots in. You hear the nails clacking off the floor, and as she
like,
runs over.
Like kneels, like not. Yeah, he like kneels down. She's like, oh, hey. Oh, I'm so glad you're safe. Oh,
The
thank
dog
you.
is here.
You're welcome. I mean, I heard her like scratching on Evelyn's door, and I was like, she's probably Evelyn. I think there's some scratches on the door.
I mean, let's hope that's the only thing they left.
It could be worse. It could be worse.
It could be worse.
Okay, so Fernando.
They hooked up.
This Fernando.
Le Grand Papillon's very progressive.
Yeah.
No.
But
Le Grand Papillon didn't hook up with Fernando. Sigbert.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. It's a mess. And
Wow.
Sigbert ain't a man.
Oh, that means you got some dirt on him now.
See, this is why I was telling you. If we're going to release this information, we do it at our benefit, slowly. Right. We have a ton. Look at this. I know everything from their trade routes down to the wars that they fought in. So we can just.
I mean, and you understand though that Fernando he's like a blood clot in the city.
He's got a good
the Angel family.
20 embrace through.
Something
counting
like that.
adopted.
Maybe more.
Well, do you know why?
Why?
Well, because when Le Grand Papillon was trying to build up his influence, and well, pulling the leg of a certain is it, how do we say this? Helena? Okay. Of a certain Helena, you know, it wasn't like a long, nobody knew that this was happening, all right? Or people and pawns weren't being moved. So when the opportunity came for Fernando to build up his own little secret coven, people follow, well, I mean, that's what happened. He just took the opportunity during the war. And it's, again, not exactly clearly, it may not be an accident as to why my sire perished in the war.
I think that was probably a definitive.
It was probably oh no, how terrible, he died. Ooh. kind of thing from Le Grand Papillon.
That sounds. Yeesh, yeah, that
Yes.
sounds about right.
Well, I didn't find out about my sire's death until after the war was long after. I was locked in a room. It's complicated, but
Yeah, sire issues.
but I think our next, if I have to be perfectly honest with you, all of you, I think that we should take time and kind of let things settle for a few days before we go out and try and figure out who wants to kill us and why.
That's. I mean, you guys are safe here. You do realize that. Like, not even Curtis knows where this place is.
You were able to shield
Sounds
all
surprising.
ground all your tech units in here, and he hasn't had a single bug?
No?
Well, she's clearly way more hip than we are, so I'm sure she had a way to divert the things.
Wow, you just called me hip.
Wow, your promotion clearly goes beyond Harpy and into hip.
Oh man,
That's the real
Be
promotion.
right back.
you're just totally radical.
Okay, no, radical. I'm cutting you off.
No,
There. No.
She called you hip.
Well, that's because Evelyn is Evelyn.
She tried.
Yeah, and I accept that
What's wrong with being called radical?
because it's just.
I know, but I mean, it was cool. When I was alive for a bit.
When were
It's
you
not
alive?
cool anymore.
Ugh.
No.
Okay, fine.
Rad, maybe I'll accept, but the full word radical? Like, oh god.
It's an underappreciated compliment.
Oh boy.
Now you're gonna just start saying words like beast.
I'm sorry, what?
I feel like that takes a new connotation with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
I don't know if that quite matches up.
Mm.
All right, so okay.
I understand what you're saying, Miss Priestley, about wanting to let things hopefully blow over, but I worry that inaction and being on the back foot this entire time, just cleaning up the messes as they come.
It's been one day since we just fought the Scourge. We might want to lay low.
All right, but
You use this we as if you speak for us all. You are my employer and my friend, but you are not my master.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, if you want to go out there, you can go handle it yourself.
Guys, don't.
Hey, guys. I think we just need to figure out whether or not we're gonna be actively hunted. If I would be completely down for a break, but I just want to make sure everyone's safe first.
I mean, you guys have my word that you're safe here. For as long as, as maybe not that long, but like long enough.
See, I have a bit of a problem with hiding in a hole like a rat, just hoping that our fates will change. I would prefer to maybe try and find a way to remind people of our value.
Well, we need to make sure that people are okay with me even being rehydrated, so let's find that out first before we just trot around,
Oh, well, I mean, I am now a harpy, so showing up to potential Elysiums is like something I can do now, and so you won't completely be rats in a hole. I mean, I'll be your rat in the maze.
No,
Actually, I have one interesting thought. When we brought you, when it was me, Eddie, and you, when we went to the Gilded Thread, I wonder why the Grand Papillon reacted so adversely to you when he knew that you were going to have the position that you were going to have, because all of this was already pre-planned and happening with him and Curtis. So, I mean, maybe Curtis asked him to do this as a favor, regardless if he wanted it or not. Because I remember how snippy he was.
Well, this is true. You mean like last minute?
No, back when I returned home from my travels.
Yeah.
And how he didn't address you and kind of slammed the door on your bum when you were walking out. I'm just so curious as to...
I mean, I've seen him be pretty,
No.
with Eddie.
It
so...
was worse.
I mean, it might have not been the best idea to suggest petting Daisy at the time, but
Well,
Yeah, you had some balls.
I was just excited for Daisy.
well, I
She's a great
mean,
talk.
are you saying that like Curtis was like, hey,
In which case, could he
this? Because I
push
mean,
another favor up? Is that what you're thinking?
Perhaps, because that's. I mean, I'm trying to think of why. I mean, I'm very happy that you got the position of harpy, but that also means that you're a harpy underneath Le Grand Papillon, which means he also has to give you a certain amount of respect with that role.
Well,
And he will also be
so.
getting information from you and asking you to go do things and, having to address you. So, I don't know, the fact that he was kind of rude to you and all now...
Yeah, but if he was really nice to her, then it would be weird too. He had to hold up a front. If he had all these plans that he was trying to hide from people who are
that's
more
what I'm
resourceful
saying.
than us, he would have to be rude to her in that moment, because that is what's expected. And unfortunately, the average treatment of the Nosferatu.
Well, I mean, I'm
As a
not
plan.
upset about it. It's just like I kind of, it's something I'm used to. Let's just be frank. I don't really care if somebody's a little rude to me. That's not really my job.
I know.
Is
but-
to have people be nice to me, or even.
My point is that, I mean, clearly Curtis and Le Grand Papillon have some sway, so maybe you could use that now as a harpy to see how they would feel about me being rehydrated without Le Grand Papillon's consent, and maybe some info about the Scourge. And perhaps if they know anything, going after them.
There is also we could find ways to push out the information that we were working alongside. We are privy that Curtis was thinking things before he did it, and I'm sure there are still some people in the city who wouldn't want to know that. So maybe if he was to look at us as friends who offered him a grand resource instead of pushing us to the side, which may lead us to
Sorry,
leak
I have
certain
to do this.
information. I know. I'm sorry, I missed your face. It could go two different ways.
Whoa. Okay, so you guys are saying that I should speak on your behalf to Curtis and Le Grand Papillon as a new Nosferatu harpy and also an angel from the angel family.
No, not that at all. More like using your own wits to try and sniff out, knowing what we want to know. Seeing if you can kind of...
Oh no, I was saying she should straight out remind Curtis that we helped him get what he has.
Well, I mean, I could possibly do both.
I mean, both is not bad.
I feel like talk to Curtis and be upfront with him, but when trying to gather information, try to be discreet about what you're gathering the information for.
Oh, and he's got a good head on his shoulders.
Also, can you if you hear anything about my sire or anything?
Oh.
I still don't know where the fuck she is. And I figured if you're a harpy, the harpies would be more in the know about stuff.
Yeah,
Not to intrude on all the other shit you're handling right now.
But just slide that in there.
Yeah, well, and also I will just
fair.
remind you guys that you owe me the favor.
Okay, well, just give us
Well, what
a
do you
ring.
want?
What do you need?
What do I want?
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good question. So, considering I don't really like to be in debt to people, usually I keep my head out of politics, but what is it that we can do that would make this going out on a limb for us maybe a little smoother for you?
Well,
I mean, you could take your time, but if you want to give me an idea, I would appreciate it.
my basic plan, and listen, before all of this, I really didn't have a plan. I didn't have a plan when I was alive. So, making plans is a
fair.
new hobby for me. But I think if one thing needs to happen is the blood clot needs to get pulled out. You know what I'm saying, right?
Oh boy.
Well,
We've
we've discovered that Miss Priestley has more aptitude for violence than we realized. I think if you're asking what I think you're asking, I don't think any of us here would have a problem with that.
Whoa, okay. I'm not saying our violence killing, we've had a lot of that. We've had a lot of that. That's okay. And I think Miss Priestley, your strengths are more political. I mean, I think it is kind of fucked up that while you had to deal with the Scourge, I had to deal with all this political fighting, and it's like...
Well, I actually held up pretty all right.
You did.
I may not be strong, but I'm faster.
Yeah, you're spry.
In her old age.
I'm sorry. I mean that, not because you're older. It's
It's okay. Just let it be. Let it be. You're
I'm so good.
No, you were doing great insulting her age. You're doing a great job.
I didn't mean to use that word.
Yes, you did.
Maybe I did.
Embrace it with your new power. New positions.
Bit can't handle all this power.
Yeah,
Go into her head already.
power.
But yeah, I just mean, shake them up. We want to, start loosening their grip a little bit.
All right.
And I think that would benefit this New World Order that I'm pretty sure you guys want to be a part of. Considering it's Le Grand Papillon.
Yeah, and considering now there's La Sombra in the court, so it's going to be interesting. I know, don't get me wrong, I met a very beautiful, lovely, very charming La Sombra out in Chicago. Dressed very well, like the Pope. I loved it. But
The second she says that, you remember that that's who stepped forward to claim Primogen of the La Sombra.
Who?
Victoria.
I was so right.
Oh,
I'm like,
wait. From,
I know it.
would I know his
Chicago.
name? Or
Her
would I-
name.
From Chicago.
Huh?
From when I-
Victoria is the one who stepped. As soon as she's like, I met a wonderful La Sombra in Chicago. Her name was Victoria. You remember that the guy who said that, the one with the shoulder length brown hair,
Ooh.
who unveiled when the rest of the Sombra made their presence
I don't
known.
even know what notes to write. There's so much.
He was basically her herald. She came forward during the kerfuffle
Okay.
and revealed herself. And when the night was rounding out and everyone was being ushered out and Le Grand Papillon was making his declarations for the end of the Elysium, seeing as so many people had been breaking the rules of Elysium this night, he made a few declarations on the way out. And one of those declarations was that she would be Primogen of the La Sombra
So I'm assuming like you
for
have
the
a logo.
Camarilla.
I'm like, remembering all this information. Okay.
Gorgeous.
Victoria.
Yes, black hair.
Yeah. Victoria's her name. Okay,
she's
yes.
really lovely. Victoria, that's right.
La
Yes.
Sombra
Yeah.
Primogen.
Oh, excellent!
Right,
That
right.
totally works in our favor.
Miss Priestley, you said that the people you spoke to in Chicago when you were giving them information about the state of New York had no interest in New York.
No, I didn't say that they didn't have any interest in New York. I said when we discussed when you woke me up about the La Sombra that had arrived in New York, we said that you had let me know that they weren't American, if I wrote that down correctly. That they were foreign.
That Le Grand Papillon arranged for travel arrangements. We didn't say where they came from. She was the one who spied the information directly from Le Grand Papillon. So if anyone remembers exactly where he was transporting them in from, it would be you.
Well, I mean, I heard that he was transporting in a large group of vampires into the city.
Yeah.
I didn't know who they were.
We didn't know from where, as far as I knew.
But I mean, Chicago seems likely considering.
According to my memory, we had kind of come to this conclusion that they were possibly could be foreign, but they didn't come from Stockholm.
Well,
And then
the La Sombra didn't.
no, yeah, the La Sombra didn't, but I'm confused. My notes are wrong.
Are they Canadian?
Are they wrong?
I think they're wrong.
Is there more?
Or is there
going
more
on?
going
I
on?
don't know.
Oh no.
Now I have anxiety.
Oh yeah!
now
With
I'm
just the wiggle of his eyebrow, the
now
table's
I'm
just like,
confused. I'm putting the pen down. Because when I was in Chicago and I spoke to her, and we were kind of like jiving on whatever level and making pleasant conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Because she did have interest, but only in things on the American side. You didn't say that she explicitly had interest on things in New York per se, but she did seem interested in New York, but she clearly made the delineation that, like,
She asked a lot of questions about New York.
yeah, which doesn't mean that I gave away New York information. It was more
No,
like
well,
just pleasant.
it was
like,
pleasant
You are
conversation.
so concerned whether or not
She
you
was-
accidentally.
No,
No,
not at
no,
all.
no, no,
She's
no,
not
no.
that dumb. I have charisma 5. Come
That
on.
doesn't mean intelligence, girl.
That means. Well, what's your manipulation at?
That's it.
Top of the page.
My manipulation is 3.
She wouldn't
Yeah, I'm
give
not-
away
yeah.
everything.
Everything. Wow, I caught that.
Eddie probably would have.
No, Eddie.
But okay, never mind. I need to think. My lore is
There's many things.
Questioning actions and.
okay. Well, that could possibly work in our favor. That she's, as I have a pre-established history from her from Chicago. So,
Being a fan.
All right, so maybe.
and she was a fan. I was a fan. You know, we got along.
Well, I mean, I wonder where are they even gonna be staying in the city? I wonder, like if they're a whole like clan, right? Don't they need their own domain now? If they're gonna be a part of the city and on the
Well,
council and shit.
which domain did we
just
somebody
free up?
just like free up?
Oh, there are now no Brujas currently walking around in which we resurrected. That's a completely open area too.
Hmm.
I mean,
Brooklyn.
yes, you have Seabird's
Brook-
land,
yeah.
of course, but it means
They're
there's
going-
2 places.
The
open.
Lasombras are going to take over
Yeah,
Brooklyn.
what about the Giovanni?
No.
Oh, you know that is a really
Interesting.
good
The breweries.
question.
Yeah, because they got a whole section.
How's Brooklyn?
That's what we were just discussing. Was that it's they're probably the shadows are crawling over Brooklyn.
Brooklyn got they got flooded, great flooded, like biblical style.
Well, that did seem to be the motif.
Yeah, I'm learning, trying to stay on theme.
Okay.
But yeah, so I really don't know like the full details, but considering that the domain that was belonging to what's the name of that vampire group? Names?
Giovanni.
That's right. Belonged to the Giovanni, and the Giovanni were in cahoots with Seabird, and it was this big thing. Pretty sure the Giovanni are kapoots.
Well, Curtis was right, and I guess he took care of them.
Oh, I guess so much for the mafia.
Well, we still need to make a decision on what our next actions are going to be. I do think, Bit, that it would be a good idea if you kind of sift around, if we laid low. Not forever, just give it a few days and see if you can go out there and sniff out any information according to what we've talked about.
Yeah, that'd be a good way to warm up to this new harpy thing.
Do you got dog food down here?
Eddie, does it look like I own a dog? Does
I don't
it
know.
look
You,
like
you
I
have,
own
you,
any animal?
I don't
You
think we're
have a
gonna get
lot of
Amazon
things.
Prime down here.
I mean, if you brought Daisy down here, and if we gotta stay here, then
Well,
can you
I
bring
mean,
treats when you come
I
back?
think I have some raw turkey meat.
Yeah, she'll have that.
Wait,
It's very specific. Why?
Oh wait, yeah.
No reason.
Wait. Do you eat like Curtis?
Okay, so I try.
But how much can you pass now? Are you at the same
Oh,
level as
God,
Curtis?
No, not
She's
this
at-
again.
What's her eat food at?
Gross.
2.
Eat food is a 2 point. It's just there is no levels of eat food.
Oh,
It's just
okay.
you have eat food, so you
I
can
have
do
eat
it too
food
now.
Too. Thank you very much.
You can do it as well now.
I can eat an endless
Ah.
buffet. Thank
So
you.
I maybe had a hamburger and I was fine.
Fine.
Ish.
No blood. No.
No. And the burger was great. Had onions on it.
Okay, I realize I'll have to bookmark this for later. We will discuss this. This is fantastic.
Oh god, I'm
Why
scared.
don't we just get everything in order?
I mean,
Is there anything we can do to help you?
I actually don't even really know at the moment, but you guys know what I want.
Right. Well,
The angel family
Needs to be dispersed.
needs to be dispersed.
I think on that for a moment.
Hmm.
I think on that angel destruction comment for a moment, and I rack my brain for any things I could remember that
Are
could
you-
be of
okay.
use.
Are you thinking of like ways to mess with them, or are you thinking of like what the ramifications would be?
Both.
All right, make a
I need a big one.
She needs the big one.
intelligence,
Big boy.
Okay.
politics
Yo.
with specialization in court is allowed.
Can
3 hunger dice, special.
can Eddie sort of think of?
Boy.
Can Eddie think
Sorry,
of?
guys, for Mike shuffling.
Can Eddie think of if he would know anything about, because of Michaela being a gangrel, would he have any more information than just being a random guest? Plus, if she does more social work than the rest of the angels? Or if he tried to think
Wow.
no, not in
Not really.
particular.
Okay,
Okay.
so we
Not
got
in particular.
this is 4, 5, 6 successes.
Oh boy.
Okay. You know that the Nosferatu in the city are pretty much all beholden to the angel family.
Right.
Disrupting the core angel family would probably create quite the power vacuum.
Okay.
There's really only one other major Nosferatu in the city that might be able to fill that power vacuum.
Which would be.
He ran a radio station at one point.
Oh no.
No.
Well, that's fantastic.
Well, this is all just going through her head. The angel family would probably be best disturbed by interrupting their information network, which would be by either you got how many? You got 6 successes? Yeah, you need to kill their rats.
How do we do that?
Within the world of vampire, Nosferatu are known for being able to commune with the urban wildlife. Pigeons, rats, bats, stray dogs, that kind of stuff. Gangrel go for the bigger wolf-like animals, but the Nosferatu enjoy. There's even those Nosferatu who figured out how to influence lesser life forms like insects to do their bidding. And the angel family makes extensive use of ghouled rats to transmit their information, seeing as the angel family are traditionalists, that faction within the Camarilla that really prefers
The old way.
the strictest, most conservative interpretation of the traditions.
Right.
So disrupting their rat flow
It gonna make him mad.
or disrupting those who are in charge of their mouse circus. And you got 6 successes, so that's a lot. You know that their
But
rat.
I got a crit.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Their rat master is Vincent, hence why he is the master harpy.
Rat master.
I love this
At least his
plan
name
more
isn't
and
Willard.
more.
I'm sad his name isn't Willard.
No.
Okay. I take all that information and I just look at Bit and I go, don't worry, I'll get on it. I'll figure it out.
Okay. I don't. Okay, I trust you. I don't know if I trust you, but yeah, that look in your eyes.
we stabbed a man through the heart together, technically holding hands.
Oh my god.
That's a bit gay.
she sends
The chart.
over the yaoi chart. I
Proof
guess.
that we are all, in fact, a little bit. Okay, fair.
Thank you.
Don't worry, we'll discuss this.
All right.
I just want to think about a few more things, and I'll make sure that we can help you get what you want to.
Right on.
Right on.
All right, so
You'll learn.
so like, do you gotta like go out and do harpy stuff now or something?
Yeah, that's the thing. I got the promotion without actually having the the orientation or
there are other ways
the resume.
you
or...
could get information that maybe suits your talents a bit more so than doing it the way Alice did.
Oh God.
I mean,
I'd rather
Wait, so
die.
I just want to clarify for Raquel. Alice is no longer a harpy, it's now you, or are you with her?
No, there are many harpies.
Okay, that's what I thought. So it was just
the more
sorry.
vampires there are in a city, the more harpies there are because there's more vampires to keep track of.
Right.
Oh,
Okay,
now
that makes
more vampires.
Harpies
Yeah,
harpies
there's a lot
are
more.
information gatherers and
Right.
disseminators.
great. That's all I needed. I just wanted to make sure I had Raquel's brain was on the right.
I mean,
Yep, you're right.
You know that I have a smartphone. I'm smart enough to make sure it's safe, but I'm sure there are plenty of fledgling vampires out there who all have very accessible technological devices, probably not secured. Even with the traditions being what they are, you could possibly use a more technological route to secure your information rather than having to hit up all the parties and bear a tit. And
What?
Where would my phone be?
The last time you had it,
Was when I was with the prince.
you were with Legrand Papillon.
Okay, well, there's nothing on it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Not
even
selfies.
a self-flattering selfies.
No,
of all
yeah,
us.
it's like those terrible selfies where you're like looking down, like.
The 60-year-old
Yeah.
That's the real
weird
Snapchat
uncles.
I showed you my things. Please respond.
Oh no.
Okay. Yes, that's a great point.
I mean,
My phone's with like. Can you check if my phone is with Legrand Papillon?
Are you getting calls?
really?
No, I mean no, but like
Oh,
it would be nice to be in this group.
Well, you need a new
Group
phone. I would say
Conversation on the phone.
I could just give you a new phone. I got phones, okay? I could get you like a sidekick. Those were like all rage.
A what?
A sidekick.
Like a superhero?
Oh,
You know what superhero sidekicks are, but you don't know what sidekick the phone is. Okay. It's just like goes over to her desk, she pulls open one of the cabinets, and there is a treasure trove of phones in that thing. She just okay. This one, it's all white, and it's a little scuffed up. It's white, but like
you
this
could put
one,
rhinestones on that, right? Like,
yeah, or just paint it.
Great.
A little nail polish.
oh she's,
There
I
you
don't
go.
know if she'll paint it. She'll paint over the
Listen,
buttons or
it's
something.
all set up.
leaks into the SIM card.
Is it one of those sidekicks that like flipped?
Yeah.
Like the screen like did that swirl flip?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Everyone's
yes.
gonna have
Oh, that
fun.
was cool as shit in the early 2000s.
Like a
Bro.
switchblade?
Yeah, I was like the screen went.
I think you'll like this one. Here, try this.
Ooh, I almost dropped it. Very cool. Thank you. Now I can be in on the group chat.
You need our numbers again.
Well, we'll just.
All right, so I assume that we kind of get everything in order, and like you go do the.
Which phone number do you even put in?
Do we do the thing?
The one that I use, Eddie.
Yeah, but you have so many phones. Do they all forward? Do you have like a forwarding?
I have my ways.
Wasn't being nosy. I was actually just curious.
Oh. Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
I need like a low res camera filter. It's just like,
Oh yeah.
And all of a sudden,
The quality.
Just see the
diminishes.
flash go off for
Yeah.
no reason.
Oh yeah.
oh god.
Sorry.
Okay.
So, you wish to do a little bit of a everyone splits up to take care of their stuff, or are you doing a
well, how are we
Yeah.
gonna split up? Because
Directed-
if we're
Some of
still
us
as
have to
far as
no?
we
I mean
know,
like
we're on house arrest.
work that you're
okay.
doing.
Yeah, I would like to change get new glasses. Because I appreciate your donation, but I have other ones I would like Evelyn to go get.
When did you get New glasses.
Well, during this, she's gonna go get new glasses, or get somebody to get new glasses.
You can't leave. You can't leave.
Or maybe Bit brings new glasses after.
We're coming up. No. We got a half hour till break. I'm
Okay.
talking about like in
Yeah, no, I got that.
what each of you would be doing for the next like 2 days.
Great.
Stuck underground.
But you can still do things while you're stuck
Well,
underground.
Evelyn's going to iron out some of the kinks in that timeline and figure out that sweet spot of who Sigbert had to diablerize to have to run to the new world. Like, she wants to, like, that area of time where they like broke up and stuff. Like, she wants to investigate that more.
I'll have you make a roll for that one.
Okay.
We will do a small scene with Bit contacting Curtis, because that was one of the individuals you wanted to get in touch with to find out what was going on in the city.
Yeah, it was basically putting in a good word, being like, hey, so these guys, that were being hunted, my friends.
Well, we'll do I just wanted to cover each person,
Yeah,
what
but
each one
like,
was
okay,
doing.
so it's two things though.
Okay, so it's Curtis, and was there somebody else, or was it just what you wanted to talk to Curtis about? Because like I said, we're gonna do a small scene.
Oh, okay.
For that.
Yeah, just that, and also as much hacking as she can do into phones.
Okay, all right. I will have you. We'll do that small scene and have you do that roll.
Word.
What is Eddie up to?
He's gonna be staying in Bit's place.
You have Daisy now.
Yeah, he has Daisy.
Just running around petting his dog.
Basically,
Basically, you got one night of Bit has to go out and do the research / social rumor mongering gathering. The way the way that Bit will go about it. So you guys will have time in the Worth Street station to yourselves. That's why I'm asking what each of you is doing during that time while Bit's out doing this.
Bro, can I drink your cup?
I can come back to you if you want.
yeah, no.
While you
I
think
need
about
a
it.
minute to think.
What would Delia be doing?
I think she'd probably find a quiet room off to the side and try and make a phone call and find out information.
Okay. And I will run that. Okay, so short scene with Bit and Curtis, short scene with phone call. You know what? I'll come back to what Eddie's doing.
Okay.
Because you still seem to be thinking.
I don't really know what to think.
It's fine.
You ruined everything!
So are you calling Curtis? Or are you trying to get in touch with him in person? Like what is Bit up to?
She's gonna get in touch with him in person.
Okay. You know that he's been holed up in another part of the subway system. He's got another abandoned rail car set up.
Ooh.
This one isn't as lived in as the one that was in City Hall Station. Not as it's got all of his travel files that he has, all those filing cabinets that he had. Those go everywhere with him, wherever he ends up. Those go. But the little things, some of the tech is different. He has to kind of leave behind what he can leave behind when he moves before he ends up in a new place. But you get the feeling that he might be looking at this location a little bit more permanently. Before he was branded Anarch. He was a little on the run. Now he's sheriff of the city. Maybe he can settle down for a little bit. You're getting that vibe. It's fresh, but you can tell he's settling in a little bit more solidly. The file cabinets are heavier. They're locked steel cabinets rather than the flimsy plastic ones he used to have in his other havens. And as you make your way to the old station line that he's staying at, he welcomes you as you come down the stairs. Ah, How you doing?
What's up? Ooh, new place.
Yeah.
Looks good.
I enjoy it.
Looks fresh. Huh?
I enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm thinking a few coats of paint, a little bit of love. It could be a home.
Yeah. I'm thinking like, maybe you could put some art up. Like those things you get at Walmart. The fancy paintings.
I want a sad clown. I have to find a sad clown.
Dude. I got you.
All right, cool.
Laugh loud.
All right, you get me a sad clown. That's definitely a point in your corner. All right, so how are you liking the new job?
Oh man, I mean, talk about interesting.
I know I'd been planning it for a while. I know I meant to kind of let you in a little bit more on the whole plan, but
Yeah, I mean, it would have been nice to be, prepared for that kind of position.
it would have lost its effect if I didn't just,
Yeah, that is kind of your way of doing things. I mean, I'm like super thankful for this opportunity.
Listen,
and
like I said, we needed to get our cards. So now we got our membership.
right.
I am the sheriff of New York City in the Camarilla.
Yeah, man.
Right? It's good stuff. It's good stuff. And now, and I got you as a harpy.
Yeah. Like,
So things are looking up.
Yeah,
Things are
honestly.
coming up all Curtis.
like it's just a little scary how well you did that whole thing.
Yeah, it took a lot of work. But when I was 15, I had to put together a party.
Right.
It was for my cousin. I rarely saw him, but I knew he was in to like to like art and stuff like that. So I got this clown, and he did face painting and stuff like that, and I thought it'd be great. It turned out he was terrified of clowns, and it really just ruined the whole party. But I had fun. So that's the way I look at the whole situation. Everybody else might have been terrified and oh no, everyone getting, sticks up their asses and their panties in a twist and, all that fun shit. But at the end of the day, I had fun.
Hey,
And I got it done. So that's really,
props. So in this
That's-
analogy, are the La Sombra the clowns?
yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
poetic. But okay, why I'm here? Because new harpy position, yay!
Oh yeah. You want the starter pack?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Maybe just like a rundown of what I'm doing. And also, I have another thing that I need to talk about that is super important and dicey.
Okay. Well, what do you want to know?
I just want to know.
Because I still I may be sheriff, but I haven't hung up my old digs.
Of course.
That's what the other hat is for.
Of course. I mean, you're really good at playing two hats.
Yeah. That's kind of the thing.
But do I have to be like an Alice? Do I have to go out?
No.
Put on
Just
a show?
all you got to do is be able to make sure that you can learn as much as you can about the vampires in the city. And if one of the higher ups in the court wants to know something, you can help. Also, if the higher ups want everybody to know something, you can help get everybody to know it.
All right.
It's kind of the harpy job.
Kind of feels like I actually was a little more prepared for this than I thought.
Yeah, it's almost like I thought about it before I did it.
Wow. Sarcasm go from here to here.
I'm a big oof.
I mean, don't ask stupid questions, and I won't make,
Oh, come on. Okay, valid.
So, all right, let's get you started. What do you want to know?
I want to know this whole thing with Grigori, whatever the fuck. So what's gonna happen with him?
Oh,
Like what?
Oh,
what's
Grigori.
the plan? Like because he's in torpor. He's
oh no.
chilling.
He's not in torpor.
What? Wait a second. What?
Oh no, he's out. He's good.
He's in the city.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was getting ready to help him set up transport on a container.
Oh, okay. Like now, like today, like the second.
Oh, soon.
So he's like got some free time.
Yeah, he's hanging out for a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
I set him up in the village. Nobody will blink looking at him if he's hanging around in the village.
That's honestly very true.
So, so he's going to be hanging out there. He's going to be good there. At least I think he is. He's been a good sport.
Yeah. I mean, considering he's kind of used as like leverage.
No, that was worked out. He and I are chill.
What? Oh,
We're
gross.
yeah,
Word.
like that.
Okay, well that's that's interesting. But you do remember who gave him to you, right?
Yeah.
Like that was pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, it
Chris.
is. Yeah.
Like I think we should remember who our friends are.
Yeah. I got you a job.
Yeah, but I'm not that reclusive. I also have my own friends.
Yeah. What about him?
I don't know. I just feel bad because it's like I feel like they got the short end of the stick on this bargain, and I mean they did help us out a lot.
Whatever do you mean? You mean setting it up so that Evelyn didn't have to be a crispy critter in the morning? I mean, all right. Maybe I'll give this one to you. It was a little OD sending the Scourge after him. But I thought, what better way to legitimize the whole thing than to do that?
So you sent the Scourge after them
Yeah.
to sort of make a point? Or to...
Well, no, it was a good cover.
Oh, for
For us.
For us?
Yeah.
Right. So they were basically expendable.
Well, I mean, I would have been absolutely crushed if something had happened. But I have faith in that little group. They're plucky. And I knew that they would pull through and they would be able to get away from whichever Nikolai went after them.
So you saw...
Which one was it, by the way?
What?
Which one was it? Which Nikolai was it? Was it the axe one?
Yeah.
Or was it the flamethrower one?
Well, it was the axe one.
Okay, cool.
That's
Oh
really
man.
interesting. Did they have
If they didn't get so long as they didn't get the flamethrower one is scary.
Okay. There's multiple ones.
Yeah, that whole crew is fucked up.
Right on.
Just be afraid of the little girl.
What? Okay. Interesting. Are they like a band? Like, what is that? Is being the Scourge just like? Are they like a coterie?
Okay. All right. I don't want this going past us.
No, true. Like,
But like we've been good. And you've scratched my back, I've scratched your back, and it's worked out fantastic for us in the most recent years. So yeah, Nikolai is actually a small Malkavian brood. There's like 4 or 5. I don't know exactly how many there are. I just know that only one of them ever comes out at a time. And they all, like...
Yeah, they work together. Okay.
No, they... Well, yeah, but no, it...
Oh, okay. Wait.
It's like... Like, imagine like dissociative identity disorder in reverse. Oh, better get. You ever watch? You ever do Greek mythology?
Oh, well.
You remember the Furies, the Fates? How they shared an eye?
Oh.
Yeah, it's like it's not an eye, but like there's this
Okay, I think I kind of get what you're saying.
I don't know. You'll just like.
I've been on the internet for as long as it's existed. I think I get it.
All right, I just.
Yay. Okay, well, cool. All right. Sweet. But like, so you're set.
I mean, I'm good. Yeah, I'm fantastic actually. I mean, that whole thing could not have gone better. And then like phase 2 is gonna kick off real soon, and Brooklyn's gonna get cleared out. And what's up?
Phase 2?
Yeah, phase 2.
What's?
No, this was all phase 1.
Okay, were you gonna like inform me as like a harpy?
What does it look like I'm doing now, bitch?
Okay. Wow. There it is.
Sorry.
Like, yeah,
Okay, you're fair. Just keep going.
okay.
Phase 2.
I got 2 shipping containers coming in from Saudi Arabia, and then we're gonna see about getting the fucking. We're gonna get Brooklyn cleared out, and we're gonna see about making sure that the whole Ventrue situation gets smoothed out, and all of our friends are gonna be the ones running things, not this stupid bullshit clusterfuck that's been running for the past fucking couple of decades.
And where does Le Grand Papillon sit in all this?
No, he's Prince.
And you're cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, you did kind of just help him take out his ex-lover, so I guess he's pretty happy with you.
Oh, yeah, no, he and I are like this.
Like this?
No.
Oh.
I had to ask. There's a lot of.
Listen. He doesn't deserve this.
Right. Okay. What?
Like the rugged handsomeness
I'm pretty sure you're not his type, so it's fine.
that I exude, and he smiles, and it's that Nosferatu smile that gets a little bit too big and a little too toothy.
I'm pretty sure like Noah was his type, so it's fine.
And he this is it'll work itself out.
Gross.
All right. Everything will work itself out. We'll be sitting easy, and the motherfuckers at the top of the tower will look down and go, and leave us the fuck alone.
I mean, this is exactly what you wanted.
Oh,
Place
yeah.
for us to belong.
And the best part is, it's technically all above board.
Yeah, man.
I'm not used to
I do have
this.
to admit, it feels really nice not to be, like, sneaky. I mean, we're sneaky, but, you know, like, things can exist and not,
Yeah, right?
you know.
Not being hunted. It's good. It's good stuff, right?
Yeah.
This is what I wanted for us. Stick with me, kid.
Right on. Well,
All right.
Thanks, Curtis.
Dude, you are so fucking welcome.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, let your friends know that the sheriff of the city says that they have it clear on the streets.
Sorry. I just got a cough.
Evelyn gags from across the city.
I have no idea why I just did that. Oh, I hope I'm okay.
Oh, dear. Well, hey, I mean, the sheriff's back in town.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, anyways, I'm gonna go. What?
I'm gonna go listen to Clapton.
Oh my god.
All right, later. He runs into the car, and you can see him like flipping through vinyls.
Oh, Curtis. Oh, boy. Okay, well, I guess we can...
Later. I mean, he's already in the car, and he's waving out to you.
It's just like... Oh, he's...
And you head
Into the
back
night.
into the night. And that's where we're going to take our break.
Whoa!
Oh boy, that was a.
I'm going to go change my glasses.
Was wonderful.
Bit heads back and starts heading back towards her haven with her newly acquired information after her little tete-a-tete with Curtis.
Mm-hmm.
Has Eddie decided what he's going to be doing for
I
the
mean,
night?
is for the first night. So she wouldn't have come back yet with the information that we're free to go. with
She'll be
some-
back at the end of the night.
Okay.
pretty much.
Eddie. So from this underground tunnel system, is there like it leads off to like various other underground subway systems and things like that?
Mm-hmm.
Would Eddie be able to use his Eyes of the Beast? He kind of wants to go around exploring the subway tunnels, see if he can find any rats or anything like that.
Okay. All right. I need you to make a composure animal ken roll.
Oh.
That was a good sound. Refreshing.
Yeah, it's somebody besides me making it.
It's
Sorry.
me anytime there's a Nicole roll.
Ew. 2 successes.
2 successes. You're able to find a few rats scuttling about. It is the second largest city on the face of the planet, so scavenger mammals aren't hard to find. So you find a small cluster of rats.
He doesn't.
They don't immediately run away from you because of the animal can roll. That's
Okay.
basically what the roll was, to see if you could walk up on rats without them immediately dispersing.
Okay.
These guys are like pizza rat chilling.
Oh.
Okay. I think for this, he left Daisy back at Bit's hideout. He doesn't
Okay.
want to do anything with that. He's kind of just gonna like crouch down, so like put his hand out to the rat.
Okay. You don't have anything in your hand?
No, it's just like his hand.
Mistake. You didn't bring cheese.
You have cheese?
fool!
You have cheese?
She had turkey.
You holding out on my cheese? She's just trying to be like a kind animal spirit just be
Invoke
nice.
the animal spirit.
Can I boop the snoot?
Let me see here. Roll manipulation plus animalism.
Oh, okay.
Are you okay. Are you using whispers right now?
I gotta remember what it does.
It allows you to basically
card?
Didn't write that
to have basic conversation, like very simple conversation.
Yeah, I'll
It's
use
free with your.
Whisper.
It's free with Daisy because she's ghouled to you.
Right, okay. But it'll be a rouse check.
But it would be a rouse check for any other for each type of animal for the scene. So it's
Okay.
you're basically activating rat speech.
Okay. Yeah.
Any rat you discuss with.
Okay, yeah, I'll attempt that.
Okay.
Let's try. I fail. So I get hungry.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I just see you like, how do you do, fellow rats?
Chaos Amending. Ask how
Simple
Bard spoke to pigeons.
Oh yeah. So simple communication doesn't require a die roll,
Okay.
but you've turned on the ability to talk to them. Essentially, your mind kind of sharpens for a couple of seconds as you focus in on their chittering and squeaking as they move about.
Okay, I still kind of have like my hand extended, sort of like, hello.
This is amazing.
One of them starts to kind of move in your direction and puts paws up on your pinky and your index finger and starts sniffing at your palm.
Don't have any food, but you guys like exploring down here?
God, I wish that.
It
were
seems
me.
confused
Hmm.
by the word exploring.
Do you know which way is your home? Do you have a home?
Kind of looks around and sniffs at the air, giving you the sense of this is its home.
Okay. Do you have a master?
It tilts its head to the side. Gives a head shake.
Alright. God, I should have asked a bit more about rats. I don't
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Do you want to hang out?
um,
Come to my
what you doing
place, want to get some
later?
drinks?
I don't know, man. I don't know what to ask a rat. I just thought rats would be helpful.
I mean, you were on the right track of like.
Okay, let me read to you what you can do
Okay.
with animalism.
Yeah,
with
'cause I haven't really done this
feral
before.
whispers. Simple communication requires no dice pool. Persuading an animal to perform a service requires manipulation plus animalism.
Okay, I can.
Difficulty depending on the task.
Okay,
Having a bird keep an eye on someone for you
not a bird.
is difficulty 3. Like an idea of having an
okay.
animal do a specific tasks
Oh, okay.
changes the difficulty, and they're
Oh,
giving
okay.
examples.
Right. Okay.
So like asking an animal to watch over a location is difficulty 3.
Okay.
But asking it to defend a place with its life,
That'd be very high.
difficulty 6.
Yeah. Okay.
You're not summoning them because you went out and literally found them.
Yeah.
You don't really have to summon rats in the sewers, in the subway lines.
All right. Guess I don't know how specific of an instruction I can give.
You can ask it like, you're thinking about getting it When you asked if it had a master, I'm thinking you're along the lines of like trying to find angels, rats.
Yeah, like trying to find where they might
I didn't
be
tell them
convening.
that.
No, but
I didn't.
yeah, you didn't tell.
Yeah,
didn't
you
tell
didn't
them.
tell that.
Yeah,
I
you're
didn't
right.
tell you guys that.
I thought you were sharing with us.
No,
No.
she didn't share any of the
When I found out everything, I just looked at her and I said like, I'll get on it.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I thought, well, she was just talking about like the whole like the blood clot thing and like dealing with the angels.
I mean, I did say that. And
Yeah.
I mean, it could be common knowledge that the angels.
So
do
you don't know
that.
about finding his rats, but maybe you could think
Okay.
about finding the angels because the Nosferatu hiding in the subways.
Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, that's little.
Wow.
So
And
you
I'm
could
gonna be stuck here. I mean, I want
No,
to
your
do
neighbor.
some sort of
you
investigation.
could ask them to find other vampires in the subway for you if you wanted to. That would be a difficulty 3.
Okay, so I'll ask the rat like find other vampires in the subways. If you find them, let me know or
Squeaky squeak squeak.
Please.
please.
Don't be rude.
All right,
gee.
make a make a manipulation animalism check,
Okay.
and that'll be difficulty 4.
Ooh.
I'm gonna re-roll 2 with willpower. So that's 1, 2, 3 successes. I'm gonna re-roll 2.
Remember, you can't reroll hunger dice.
I know. That is 4 successes.
All right. It sniffs at your hand for another second, kind of gets your scent, gives off another couple of little, and then drops down off your hand, off its hind legs, and heads deeper into the sewers. Subway
Yeah.
lines. So sewers and subway lines are two very different things, especially in New York.
Well, the
Although
smells are
sometimes they
similar.
smell similar.
Yeah. You could mistake the smells.
And he was just kind of like,
New York summer subway piss smell. Hot
and
garbage.
he's kind of just like thinking, he's like, I think I did. I think I like to himself. He's like, I think I
got that right.
I
did
did
that
it.
right?
Yeah.
I did that. I did that.
All right.
Okay.
Well, that's about the best I can do. I'm gonna go pet my dog and go back,
All right.
Did
chill
all I
out with
could do.
Daisy.
Aw,
So
animal boy.
Evelyn is racking her brain.
Yeah, trying to figure out. Like I said, it's specifically that period of time. I guess in the beginning, around like the 1780s, where
If there was any little information that she could
yeah,
think of.
I could think of, or if like there was any hint in the arguments to that Eduardo and Le Grand Papillon had about like Sigbert, maybe the person that he ate, or like how he and Fernando met, or like how they
Okay.
hooked up.
So it's going to be a little bit more difficult because you don't have any like research material. You're literally
Yeah,
just
I'm literally
racking
trying to-
your brain for what you
work off
remember.
my PTSD.
Julia sees her like seriously like racking her brain about things. Could she offer to? We have computers. I can help you look up something if you need.
Well, something that would technically be like historical.
The internet.
The internet.
No, but like what she's thinking of wouldn't be historical. It's more like,
But
do I remember when he used to beat Eduardo when I was behind the door? Do I remember him saying anything?
No,
Okay, so you're not really thinking about.
Yeah,
history.
she's thinking
Okay.
about her personal history,
Like my
less,
personal history.
less,
All right,
less
so
about.
not your own bitch.
Don't touch my computers. I got stuff.
All right, so this is one of those odd situations where you're going to make a double attribute roll.
Okay.
It's going to be intelligence
Okay.
and resolve.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's really no like a member skill. I mean, maybe
Recovery.
investigation, but that's like looking at something actively in front
I'm
of
gonna
you.
use a willpower.
Okay.
So you got 1.
I got 1.
Hey.
Hey.
Okay. I got 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay.
Resolve is not my best skill.
It wasn't during.
Nope.
Have to add to the chart.
There were times when Eduardo would take you to a Elysium. And it would be more of a bacchanal than a normal Elysium, more of a party with vessels that were drugged and kind of laid out with like tags on them to let people know what they had taken so that vampires could drink and have the effects of what they had taken.
A menu.
Yeah, kind of a menu, you know. And vampires could partake, and this is how vampires do drugs. If they are to do that. Eddie. Anyway. Or at least this is how Toreador do it.
Fancy.
And Grand Papillon was known to kind of indulge in these kinds of parties.
Not surprised.
He would kind of revert back to his old days at Versailles when he was a young ballet performer in the French court. For the French court. During those times, he would occasionally spout off rants against people who you had no idea who he was yelling about. You assumed long dead friends from his life, or well, you knew Papillon has been around for a while. You don't get embraced at the height of the Palace of Versailles and not earn yourself some connections and individuals along the way.
Yeah.
And one of those nights kind of sticks out to you. It was a coterie. He was shouting about an old coterie and how it shattered because one person just couldn't keep their hunger in check. And how the Ventru and their damned refined palate was nothing but a bullshit pansy excuse for having no taste at all. He would brag about all of the wonderful things he's experienced in life. Why would you be stuck drinking one thing for the rest of your goddamn existence? So, of course, the one time he would drink something else, it would be one of their best friends.
8 BFF.
From the coterie.
Big
Ooh.
oof. Oh. Okay.
Did he ever mention what his palate was? Did he ever like offhandedly joke about that or be like, oh, he liked gingers or like
Not for 3 successes.
Damn it.
That'd be like if like one of us ate one of us.
Yeah. Not cool, dude.
Yeah, no.
Totally fucked up.
My other question was how he also met up with
Fernando?
Yeah, like how they actually I know they did meet up, I know the time around they met up, but I don't know like how that happened or if he I can roll again for that, like I'm cool with that.
right size roll?
Yeah,
on
please.
this,
Same
we're not her
intelligence.
type.
Same roll.
We know that we're safe from her.
She'd never eat us. We're ugly.
Yeah, she'd never eat us. We're ugly. It's good.
You're not models. Sorry.
Never.
We will work on that catwalk.
Yeah.
We'll work on it.
We're-
We'll get
we'll
there.
show
Tag
you.
team.
I'm changing
Alternative
my dreams and
models?
ambitions.
Yeah. New age.
Fuck. Yeah, it's not worth it. I got 2 successes.
2 successes.
Yeah.
You know, Sigbear was the one who kind of initiated the
The thing.
friendship with Fernando.
We all know that ain't true.
I mean, if you want to start adding things to that, I'm saying friendship.
Friends with benefits is also a thing, but it's fine.
And you know that. Okay, so you got 2 successes, so I'll give you 2 bits of information about it. You know, it was Sigbear that found Fernando. And you knew that Sigbear met Fernando before he fled Europe. Le Grand Papillon met him after.
Yes, this is I knew.
Yeah. So wait, what were you?
I was okay. So it was more like I knew. It was more if I remembered any hints of like the circumstances about how they met.
Oh,
Because I knew that they
Le
met
Grand
before he
Papillon sought him out, knowing Sigbear.
left with him to the New World.
Yes.
Because I know how like Sigbert and him went off and when they went off, and I also know that Fernando went to America and like went down to Mexico and everything. But,
Oh, if you just want to know how Sigbear and Fernando hooked up
yeah.
in any way, it
Yeah.
was because Sigbear needed a way to get out of
He
Europe.
Just took it out. Okay.
Yeah. Fernando was his ticket out without him being completely murdered and hunted down.
Yeah, because he was on the run. That I knew too.
Hmm.
Okay. Is there anything else that I could like?
I mean, you only really got 2 successes, so I'm not like,
Yeah, I know.
and I can't have you rolling memory checks all
Yeah, I
night.
know.
So, like,
Okay.
you got a little bit more.
Like how they're the note takers, and then we're just here. Like
I will remember this. Doesn't. I don't know. I'm really bad at taking notes.
Eddie will probably forget this.
All right.
What
So,
was Delia doing?
yeah, I don't know if I would have you roll any other checks, because that's like, unless you can come up with something that is really divergent, like from that topic. Like, I don't want you asking pretty much the same question,
I know
just
what you
slightly
mean.
different.
The only other question I actually have was upon Eduardo's death. Do I remember like the proceedings for that? Do I remember like basically like the prior, like when he died and like aftermath of when he died? Like, do I remember?
Oh, final death?
Yeah, when he like kicked the bucket.
It
During-
was during the Battle of New York.
Yeah, that I know. I was
Uh,
informed after the battle had ended.
yes,
That I know too.
you weren't present for his final death.
Right.
Grand Papillon gave you all the information about it, and he told you that he had fallen to the Sabbat.
Was there any like funeral proceedings or like?
No.
Oh. I distinctly remember there not being any.
Oh no, there was no remembrances. There was no.
Okay.
Le Grand Papillon, when he told you,
Mm-hmm.
he was almost flippant in the way he told you, almost as if he was delivering.
Good news.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, he wasn't an asshole. So
The way he spoke, the words he spoke, are the words of somebody who would probably be like informing a loved one. But the way he spoke, it was almost as if he was like just chatting with the clerk while he picked up a newspaper.
Dismissive.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up.
Like he was in the middle of doing something else, like he was sifting through his wardrobe, looking at things, pulling them out on the hanger as he looked at
This
them,
black
putting
doesn't
them
match
back.
with the black.
Okay.
Occasionally holding it up in front of you, making sure it was like, yes,
Yeah,
no.
I would like nod and be like,
But he's also literally informing you
Yeah,
that
that
your
he's
sire is now
dead,
dead,
yeah.
and oh yes, no, it was tragic. Yes, gruesome. There was like 6 of them. He had no chance.
Oh, he's
No,
amazing.
too much.
no.
Put it back. Like that
Do
was
you
the
feel-
candor of the whole conversation.
Do you feel anything when your sire dies?
Depends on the connection.
Okay, well,
You weren't blood bonded completely.
no,
He-
but I did like, even though it wasn't an abusive relationship, she thought she was in love with him.
It's not a mystical thing.
Okay,
She might have felt something on a personal level,
yeah,
but there was no like mystical.
like yeah, my heart.
That would have been nice if Eddie would be
You
like,
just, like, fall to
did
the
I feel my
ground.
thing
Yeah.
yet?
Oh, or was
Did it
that?
happen?
Oh, what's that?
Okay, so
Would've-
dismissive.
I thought she might have been dead. Who knows?
Do I remember anything about the reaction from other people in the city?
A lot of people died.
This was
No,
the
specifically
part.
about my sire.
This was the part that was the most insulting to Eduardo. That at first you were kind of crushed by. They acted like he never existed.
Ooh,
Dang,
the whole.
burn.
The whole city acted
Oh
as
shit!
as though,
It's like he never happened.
yeah, you were treated more like the child of Le Grand Papillon than
He ever was.
he ever was, and Le Grand Papillon kind of played into that, hence his doting nature
Overriding memories.
upon you.
I have a lot of PTSD.
He definitely played into that, and he you could tell that he enjoyed it this way.
Like this is what he kind of.
Like, oh
Want.
God, I don't have to pretend anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
That kind of feeling.
Wow, so everybody acted like he never. Like no one came out to me and was like, "I'm sorry about Eduardo."
No.
They were just like,
Damn.
"Who?"
Eduardo?
Ooh.
If they engaged,
Don't know her.
if they engaged with you, it was to usually ask you about what the prince was wearing.
What did he do
Everyone's
with all of
fucking
Eduardo's
savage.
clothes?
Unless they were under order.
Mommy, you could have been, but
What was that?
This is sign language for great fire.
Oh, he burned everything I made for him. I
Yeah.
mean, like I probably would be like, "Yeah, he deserves that," but
Yeah.
They gone.
They're gone.
Not even Goodwill. That's wasteful.
And I'm assuming, okay, and I'm sorry. One
Sorry.
more. I know I keep like going on, but it's just I just need to clarify.
This
So-
is more recent memory, which is why I'm like,
Yeah. Okay. So I lived with Eduardo in his haven, correct?
yes.
Okay. And
You mean the
LeBron-
apartment you currently live in?
what? It is the current apartment. I just redid it probably after.
Yeah.
Wow.
ooh.
So
Yeah.
okay. Okay. And the prince would come to visit in that apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Only the wall.
Wow, that actually.
Right?
Oof.
I don't have a blood ritual for that.
That. Oh boy.
Did Eduardo ever beat me? Like, did he ever touch me?
No.
No. Okay.
No, he was physically distant.
Okay, but emotionally manipulative.
Emotionally manipulative and treated you more like a servant.
Servant. Yeah, that's
and your purpose. You were a sentient sewing machine,
Yeah, sounds about right.
as far as he was concerned. A sentient, immortal sewing machine that could make him all the designs that he ever wanted.
Wow.
Can I have
Who's a serious
That's
prick, dude?
rough.
He might have been transferring feelings that he was getting from his sire down the ladder.
Ah, okay, yeah. Displaced anger. Got it.
Yeah.
Wow, this is such a great cycle.
What you
of
are
abuse. Love it.
experiencing is displacement.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Thank you. That's all. That will be
Oh,
all.
thank you. I can get back to the thank you very much.
Released! Oh, good!
Wow.
You have been dismissed, sir.
Oh, good. I can get back to storytelling
I am like
by your leave, madam.
sweating.
I have some shit I need to talk to Grandpa Peon about.
Yeah, we got
Yeah, no, a lot of us do.
Delia.
Can I talk to Evelyn before I make my call?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cool.
She kind of sees she's still sitting there quietly.
Writing stuff down, yeah.
Miss Priestley?
Yeah?
I think I have another resource I could tap to find information that maybe I haven't really been upfront about. And before I made that call, and I don't know if it'll actually work, if they'll pick up, or if they can pick up, but if they do, what is it we really need to know right now? You've been really quiet, which is unusual. So I assume that you got a lot of things going on, and we have a lot that we could ask about, but really, if we had information from someone much older than us, what is it that you would want to know? And concise, because I don't think that they have a great attention span.
Someone very old, like from the old world.
You're not 100% sure.
I actually don't know. We don't talk about like that kind of thing.
I want to know. There's like 3 things.
If we summon a genie, I'll be sure to ask these 3 things. What? I'm sorry. Go.
I want to know Siegbert's preference for feeding.
We could figure that out.
Yeah, but also if he has any idea on who could have tickled his palate even in the old world.
What was that?
I was banishing thoughts.
Oh.
From the word of tickling?
No. No.
Does Siebert have a
His,
pet life?
his preference. And I was
Oh.
like, get that out of there.
Seme Aruke.
triggered.
I've been going over a lot of things, and the reason I'm interested is that I want to see how much dirt we can kind of get on everybody as much as possible, right? Fernando's currently our big target with getting him off the map, right?
I mean, that would probably help us in general, but it's
It
also
would create-
a bit.
The thing is that I want to be able to. You're not here, right? It's
Yeah,
just
no,
me.
I'm
No,
off
no.
doing
The
that.
two
Okay,
of them
I'll talk.
are. Yeah, he's off talking to rats.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Squeaky, squeak, squeak, squeak.
The thing is that, you know, if we were to get rid of the angels, right, it would leave a power vacuum, which somebody like Curtis would snap up in a millisecond.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I want to help it, right? She clearly wants these people out of her life. It'll clearly benefit us in some way to get them out of our lives. I'm just trying to dig up some really harmful, personal, detailed backgrounds about Fernando. And the thing is that I know that him and Siegbert met up in the old world. And I know that they came together here. What I'm trying to figure out is, you know, who Siegbert ate that Fernando was okay with basically making a prison run here.
And what year was this that you think that it happened?
Anywhere between 1775 and 1780.
Exact.
I want you to know the note is signomed. 1775,
There was some
1780.
times where my sire would take me to these parties. Actually, I think Eddie would have liked them a lot, where there would be humans that were drugged and people would feed off of them. It's not really my style, didn't really partake, but like Grandpa Beyond did, and like he would kind of go off on these rants and tangents, and he talked, I mean, like, I remembered a few times where he brought up about how, you know, Siebert had his refined palate and everything like that, and he broke it only once. And when he did, he shattered a coterie. And he ate their best friend.
So we want to know who the coterie was that
Yes.
Groundhog Beyond and Siegbert
Either
were run
associated with, ran with, were friends with, and how him and Fernando got out unscathed, because Siegbert was, I heard when I was over there, he was on the run. Like, the people were searching. He had Diablerized a vampire.
Yeah, that doesn't go
Like,
over very well.
he
Yeah.
ran to escape that sentence. So I want to know how he and Fernando kind of pulled that off and like who they ate to. I mean, of course it breaks, but it also must have been somebody important.
Because if you have power to begin with, usually you get away with it.
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah.
So for him to have to flee as such and whatnot.
Well, I think we could definitely find out
That
Seabird's palette on our own. I think, really, especially now that we have friends with a harpy, could we not just have someone tail him, profile it? I mean,
he's asleep.
think about how true, but any of his associates would know.
We killed him.
You killed one that he was grooming.
I mean, he was a nice, good-looking boy, but we ripped out his heart.
You?
Me and Bit ripped out his heart.
That's fair.
Because the thing is that I know for sure that if we're going to start getting under Fernando and the Angel's skin, what do Nosferatus do best? Hide in the shadows and in the sewers. And what do? They collect little minions down there. The best way to annoy them, get them out of our way, is to start killing their rats.
Well, if you're just trying to disrupt their information network...
Well, that's how it all begins.
We might not have to kill the rats to still...
No, we have to kill the rats.
Evelyn is very,
They're ghouled.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is trying to kill almost an entire hive of rats in New York City would be difficult. However, you could just try and disrupt the way that they're being controlled.
Well, they're being controlled likely, if my memory serves correct, and all my speculating lines up, that Vincent is the rat master. Vincent Angel. So we can find out.
Him?
We can start disrupting him, which will then disrupt them, and then things kind of fall apart. But I want to take, from my end, I want to take my fight with Fernando on a very personal, deep, social level. So that's why I want to find out the information about the munchies and the quartering.
Do you know anything about
That's sorry, it's
like
a very modern word for me to
in
use.
terms of what goes into ghouling the rats, or if there's certain behaviors you would look for?
Yeah.
Make a
Oh, girl, you'd know that.
this would be an intelligence occult roll.
I know. She is Daisy.
Do you have a specialty in that?
Daisy.
Occult?
Mm-hmm.
You said?
Yeah.
My occult is
Okay.
psychoenergetics.
No, you would not know.
No.
You're only good with...
If you had like occult
Yeah,
vampires,
Yeah.
that would help.
No,
you.
mine doesn't really come up. It's a particular... Alright, what do I got here? I got a lot of crap. Hold on. I think like 1-6. Oh, fuck that. Hold on.
oh, fuck that.
Heck no. Just gonna reroll it. Okay, yeah. 2 successes.
Yeah, you know that the process is done. It's a little bit simpler than it is ghouling humans. You know, humans get ghouled by having their by having the blood fed to them on a regular basis. Whereas with animals, it doesn't take much. Just putting a little bit of blood, like not even enough to really,
Like checking to see if you're anemic.
yeah, and just mixing it with their food can ghoul an animal and keep them fed for a lot longer.
So if we find where
Yes.
So if we find where these
have
rats
to
are
use the
all
restroom
being
quick.
fed, I think that could also,
Good idea.
whenever if he's ghouling these rats, he needs to disseminate his blood through the food supply. So they're all probably communally on a regular basis. They need to be communally coming together and eating. So we could see if we. Oh, I don't know anyone who necessarily speaks of rats, because I don't know that. But if we do find out where like they're collecting regularly, you could poison their supply.
That's a great idea.
That's a whole lot of bad deaths. I don't know if I'm okay with that.
Oh no! It's gonna get dark for Eddie.
They're not dogs.
But they
They're
got
But they're rats
But
and they're
they
so
go like...
I mean, I've killed plenty of rats in my time. Another
Same.
packer. Really? Are you talking about people or actual rats? I might be talking about both.
I'm talking about actual rats.
Oh.
Sweats nervously.
Yeah, I'm like,
Sweats nervously.
She just kind of looks to the side. She's like, okay, well, pretend like you didn't hear that then. But yeah, I figured if we're going to get our next in the thick of it, the least I can do is utilize all the resources I have. It's just I don't know if I have this resource because it's been a bit of a long time, and you know.
Well, I mean, whatever you can get, we'll eventually be able to sniff stuff out. I mean, but if you have the resources, use them.
I'll see. If not, it would mean that he's dead, and that would be.
Whoa!
Wait.
Wow, savage. You said is dead.
No, I said it would mean that
He was. Yeah, her contact is dead.
No, it's just the
you said where's Eddie, and you're like is dead.
Oh God!
So
no, don't
we're
say
just
things like that. He's in the subway of New York. God knows what we know exactly what Warren's
Yeah, that's why we were both just like wow, savage. Okay.
Let's not put that out into the universe.
Yeah, we got
The undead world.
Also, and I have one more question for you, completely unrelated to the drama. I wanted to know if you, I know that you can do rituals, correct?
Yeah.
And you can create you've created those little things, trackers that you've had on us, right? Are you able to create something that can enhance our abilities? I'm not really sure the extent of your,
Well, okay, so that month where I thought it was really weak, but that was a bit of a month. I was able to figure out not thought I do, but the Thin Bloods actually taught a bit to me. We could possibly share, but I don't think I could make it without a proper source. So anything you could do, if you were to donate to me, I could then replicate. But if I were to try and create something, I would need to have the host be able to do it.
So if I wanted to know, if we wanted to, if for instance, I'm very fast. If I wanted you to be faster,
I would need a bit of time ahead of time, prep work, and some blood.
mine.
Yes,
Okay, how much of my blood?
about a pint.
Wow, that's a lot.
Enough. That's
drink more later.
That's enough to
me a hunger.
it's enough to make you hungry.
Hungry, yeah. I mean, okay, this is something that we will discuss. And if I wanted you to replicate something I couldn't do, for instance, like Eddie's strength,
Then Eddie needs to donate about a pint.
and if we do something that none of us can do, we no matter what, we would have to get it from a source that can do it.
Willing or unwilling, but yes.
Interesting.
That
Okay.
part doesn't really matter.
I'll keep that in mind. Good luck with your contact.
Thank you. So she's gonna saunter off and just kind of,
I continue writing.
without pulling up her contacts, just dial in the number. You should have her tail. It's so cute.
It's so soft.
She is really soft. We feed her really expensive food. She eats better than we do.
Wow. No wonder.
You punch in the number, and the phone rings a couple of times, and the other end picks up. You don't catch the first word. Seems to be like they're picking up the phone and putting it to their ear while they say it. But it picks up with Foundation Project Manager Petri speaking.
Do I know, is this like a say the right thing to get to him kind of thing? Like, did we set up ahead of time?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I remember what to say to be forward to him?
I mean, you know who to ask for is pretty much what it is, and it's not it's not as much of a say the right code word
Okay,
to get
that's fair. I
past.
didn't
It's
know.
more of a so long as you ask for him.
Okay. This is Miss Brooks. I need Fox.
Oh, just give me 1 second. I'll transfer you.
Okay.
The phone cuts down. You hear a couple of clicks on the other end. Phone picks up. Hello.
Fox? Cecilia.
Oh. Research assistant. Like, what's it been? 15 years?
Yeah, about.
Oh. What have you been up to?
You know how I said I would never get into politics? I lied. I lied a bit.
Okay. What does that have to do with me?
Do I know if he ever occupied in New York, or once I was embraced from where in Long Island, was it more of a and peace out, or?
He worked with you for a little bit.
Okay.
And he moved on to another project.
Okay.
The second he was done
That's right.
with your project, and he felt like either he could not advance further, he kind of left it to you and moved on to a new one.
I've been working on.
Oh. What have you been working on? His voice kind of perks up for a second.
Oh, well, are thin bloods much of a thing where you are these days?
Well, they've been a kind of a source of interest.
They're alchemy, yeah? Have you played with it much?
We haven't seen it in action. Heard it's kind of rumors, though.
Well, I did secure a line on it and figured out how to replicate some of their formulas.
Oh. That's very interesting.
Well,
You've been taking proper notes, I assume, and if I gave you an address, you'd be able to send it along, wouldn't you?
if you could secure me proper packaging, I could send you a sample.
Oh, well, you know how to package something up for shipment like that, so I'd pay postage if you needed.
That's fine, I could take care of that. I've actually settled myself to the grandchild of Le Grand Papillon to secure my resources. And she would be more inclined to fund my particular project that I'm working on if she were to have some information, and I thought since you've been around before me, you may know about it.
Oh. All right. Well, I mean, maybe I can think of something. I don't know. I've been, I focused on my work more than anything else. I just, whatever they needed.
I know, whatever interested them at the time. But it seems that we also kind of stepped on the toes of Lucas and...
Wait. Laner?
Yeah.
Well, that was probably the stupidest thing you could have done.
That's what happens. I'm a good people person, you know that. So, do you remember at all what coterie Le Grand Papillon ran with back, before he came to America?
Oh.
300 to 400 years ago.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he ran with the same people that he helped set up shop in New York. There was him. There was that stuffy Ventru.
Oh, Sigbert.
Yeah, him.
Oh, he's not a thing anymore too much.
Oh, well, I barely dealt with him anyway.
You were blessed.
I don't know. Maybe. Actually, see if this is helpful. Okay. I think there was the girl. Yeah.
Really? Do you remember what clan?
She was. It was. I think it was his child. So Toreador, if I remember correctly.
That's interesting. I don't think anyone like that's running around these days.
And now I remember him. When I occasionally had to sit in and listen to him go on about his crap.
He like
He
something important.
used to talk about this dance partner he had. And how it was his, he couldn't help himself, something like that. And I don't know, I think Sigbert did something.
I think he diablerized, possibly.
No, I didn't think it was that.
No, really, what are you thinking about?
No,
It's
what I had heard is that Sigbert ended her to protect something like that. I don't know. It was just old
It's ridiculous.
old Camarilla rules. It had to do with the tradition of progeny. You need to get the prince's approval first.
Yeah, you say that, and
I don't think the Grand Papillon did. Back then, I guess he was just the Papillon.
Delia actually cracked.
Yeah, I think that was the story he used to tell. Or at least that's the rumors that they linked up. I don't know. Like I said,
it's not exactly.
It was the salon talk. You know, they were in a coterie together. I guess conflict happens like that.
Attachments get messy.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it was his child that he brought in, and Sigbert tried to do him a favor, I guess. It just went all sideways.
Wait, so Sigbert was trying to do Le Grand Papillon the favor of ending his child?
Well, yeah, if anybody found, you know the tradition of progeny, if anybody finds out you've embraced without the approval of the prince, both sire and child are subject to the prince's judgment.
How did you wiggle me out of that situation?
I got approval from the prince, not the clan. Clan wasn't happy. Prince thought it was a great idea. But, you know, that project didn't work out. So,
Have you been working on anything currently?
it's mostly been trying to recover shit.
It's still baffling that no one kept backups, proper backups. Why would
No, people did. It's just finding them.
Fair.
The source material was all taken out. We were trying to piece together what's out there and find different libraries that might have survived.
Is there any line on something local I could look into for you?
I know the Five Boroughs Chantry is still looking into their stuff, but they...
Not exactly talkative and communicative with me.
No. And our houses never really got along. And, well... Listen, I gotta get going. I have responsibilities I need to see to.
That's fair. I will package and send expediently if you send along the address.
Yeah, just, you can hear him popping a pen. Give me the return address that it's going to be coming from so I know to grab it first before anything comes out.
She'll give her apartment.
The apartment address?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, he gives you a New Mexico address.
That's really alien. Oh, that's pretty fucking far.
Yeah, bro.
This is, just, don't worry about trying to keep in touch. I've got a lot going on, and You know, I got, yeah, I'm sorry. And he just hangs up.
Cries.
Ooh.
Single tear.
Like some deadbeat dad.
No, don't talk about Fox like that.
Like, I don't know who this
Very
is.
busy.
I don't know what's going on with you.
I mean,
Oof.
So, Miss Priestley,
Mm-hmm.
she kind of shimmies over and she just like sits next to her on the cot. Le Grand Papillon had another child.
I'm sorry, what?
Your family's bigger than you told us, or was. It's actually
No,
smaller.
no,
She's
no.
dead now, but
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. What?
so
boy.
He had another kid? And she's dead?
yes. So it
Marsha.
seems as though he had a dance partner, and he embraced her without permission. And Siegbert, in an effort to save Le Grand Papillon from the
Make another
repercussions-
intelligence resolve check.
Damn, bro.
Oh boy.
Amnesia's a bitch.
PTSD.
I kind of did tell him when I made
I know you
Evelyn
gave him
be
fodder.
Like,
It was like a
Have
goodie
fun.
bag for DMs.
honestly, this is far more fun.
Let her rip.
I'm like sweating. My hands are sweating.
Keep those legs steady.
God, vampire. Perspiration.
3 successes.
You know,
I have my pen ready. Ready to go.
his stage name
Yeah.
is Le Grand Papillon.
Yeah.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
you never really asked about it,
Mm-hmm.
but occasionally he would talk about La Belle Papillon. When he was known as Les Papillons.
I'm running out of space.
There's more scrap paper. You're
With
good.
his partner in life at Versailles.
Wait. So it was Les Belles,
La
La Belle,
Belle.
and he was Le Papillon.
Yes. He was Le Grand Papillon. She was La Belle Papillon. Together they were Les Papillons.
Okay.
As in L-E-S,
Plus equal. Got it.
Papillon with an S at the end.
Plural.
Plural.
Sad.
Yeah. Oh.
Wow.
No.
He did have a dance partner in life. But you never know what happened to her. You just assumed it was...
BFF.
You just assumed it was... He was embraced and then he moved on kind of a thing. You didn't think that it was more to it than that. And he was never really a fan of talking about it either. He just used to talk about his time at Versailles and you thought it was just part of his company.
I don't really know. Do I know his real
That's a
name?
cat.
Nope.
Right.
Don't be upset. That's vampires do that all the time.
Okay.
Can't kill a vampire if you don't know its true name.
Do you
Can't summon
continue?
minor. She kind of, she's trying to judge
I'm
Evelyn's...
like a PTSD episode.
Yeah, no, actually, Julia stops and she tries to, like, judge her body language to see if she's okay enough to continue or if she's gonna... Or
It's
if
more
she has
like
to worry.
deeply in thought.
Okay, so you're not having one of those...
No.
She's definitely monitoring you to make sure you don't have one of those disassociative moments where we need to pace out this information. But she does pause to make sure you're okay.
I'm okay. You
So-
can continue.
Unfortunately, this dirt would incriminate Le Grand Papillon because Siegbert final death Le Grand Papillon's child to prevent the repercussions from lashing back on him. Because
By diablerizing her.
I don't know if he. No, Fox said that he ended her. I don't know if he didn't know anything about consuming her.
That is one way to end somebody.
It is.
It is. Okay, but I'm actually gonna rewind. I'm gonna ask really quick to do a because when I was over in Europe, I specifically was looking out for this, and this is how I found out that he did diablerize somebody. So, did I sniff out any more information? Can I recall any of that? Do I remember any of like the court shit that I talked about out there to kind of find out that information?
You know that it was Siegbear diablerized someone that was close to all of them.
But like, can I
I mean, there is no die roll for me to 100% affirm or not affirm the current suspicion that you have. I've given you there's a lot of information that you guys are processing right now, so there's a lot of it that has to be just further processing that I can't just have you die roll and say, yes, exactly. That's it. Yes, you're on the right track kind of thing. There's not a roll that I can do for that to give you extra information to affirm or deny what you're thinking right now. But I'm very happy that you're like connecting dots. So like keep going.
Because to be fair, I mean, while he didn't say explicitly about diablerie, if you do, Julia knows about the fighting in person, right? Occult wise, or no? Like if you consume someone, you have to.
Oh yeah, the complications of diablerie. Yeah. Make an intelligence occult check. Let's see how much you know.
God, it's so great when the occult skill comes out because it's not really like a common one around here.
Hey, let me tell you, in any other game, if you were to play in any other game, nobody would ever touch the politics skill.
It feels so like like it feels like a part of Vampire though.
I make it an imperative part of Vampire because it makes sense to me.
No, Connery.
3 successes.
You think of everything.
3 successes? Yeah, you know that when diablerie, when one vampire attempts to consume another, that you are trying to not just consume them, that like their blood, but you're also trying to consume them as an individual, and there is a war of will that happens. You've even known, specifically because of your house, you know of the fate of Goratrix, how he diablerized Tremiere himself and ended up having a battle with his clan.
Still kinda.
Yeah.
There's a problem.
It ended up becoming, well, the rumor is Goratrix lost that battle. Because Tremiere was also having his own battle with the one that he diablerized to become a full-fledged clan. It can get psychically messy, especially when you're involving antediluvians. So, when one person diablerizes another, it is a great sin because you are not just killing somebody, you are consuming their being.
Yeah.
And that war of wills is something that can be very messy. So, but it's still looked at as there may be a remnant.
Do we know when Siegbert was embraced?
No, I only have the time frame for when La Grande Papillon was embraced, and that was around the 1630s.
Okay. Because, I mean, obviously this girl had to have been embraced somewhere within that time frame, because it's not like La Grande Papillon would embrace her when she's an old, feeble woman.
But La Grande Papillon and Siegbert met around like 1690. So it might not have been right away.
So if he did consume La Grande Papillon's child,
but
there would be...
Like, it was noted across Europe that he was run out of Europe for that specific reason.
Well, I don't know. It doesn't sound like it was this person that he consumed, but if he did, regardless of who he did...
Actually, Evelyn would know that information traveling during that time was a lot slower. So sometimes it could take years, decades
Yeah, that's what I figured. Is that like
for
her to
crimes and
exist
sins
There's
to
no internet here.
for
Yeah.
crimes and sins to fully come
1635.
about,
Carrier
Guys, chill.
pigeons.
Yeah.
for sins to for sins and crimes to be fully, processed by the Camarilla at large during the Dark Ages or the Renaissance or even up till the French Revolution and Rococo neoclassical era. It's not like there wasn't even a telegram to send anything. So the information was slow to get around. So if he did do this and it happened earlier,
She could have been around for 40 years and nobody would have known.
depends on how safe he kept her.
Which was probably really safe.
So what I was trying to say is that if he were to consume somebody's being, there is a bit of a psychic battle for these merging of who will end up dominant, and there's a lot of theory that when you consume another vampire, you could very well lose to that other person's will, or you may have remnants of them that you need to deal with.
That's foul.
Well, there's a reason why it's frowned upon. There are benefits, of course. Any science deployed in a proper way is good. So,
That made me a little uncomfortable. That made Evelyn maybe a little bit visibly uncomfortable.
don't ask about anything else then. So there is something to be said about if he was doing this to actually protect, or if this was some petty issues. Because if it is during the time frame, was it so likely that they would have been found out, or?
No, it wouldn't have been likely. I mean, you think I'm slow. You should imagine what it probably was like back then.
So, I mean, we have this new information, but it's not like you could necessarily expose this without it possibly being distasteful.
I have to develop more of this. I have to think about more of this. Because Siegbert became friends with Fernando to get out of Europe. That was his ticket out. So
what
something
did
had
Fernando
to
have access to let them leave?
Trade ships, but I also know that he was pretty close with Lucas in making those trade route as well. And that's how they kind of continued on, especially once they got over to the New World. So it could be something with Fernando and Lucas and Siegbert together, that they were intermingled in some way. But the matter is that I know that Siegbert had to get out. So whatever he did, whether he... Because Le Grand Papillon lived in France for a while. He didn't chase Siegbert here right away. He moved after, and even then he still did it under the French battalion. Like, he still was well off in France. So if he was truly to be prosecuted for this, I don't think he would have been able to live in Paris as long as he did. So something's...
Although, to be fair, if Siegbert did actually eliminate the child, the evidence, there's nothing to be prosecuted for because Siegbert took care of it before anyone found out. Although if he wanted to hurt Le Grand Papillon, he could have as easily just released that information. The fact that he didn't... Messy.
Because they started dating probably around the 1690s, 1705. They broke up around the 1780s. Like...
I imagine in comics when people are thinking it's just like scratches above their head.
Or where like the type is overlapping itself.
Yeah.
And that's when Eddie walks himself back in, feeling triumphant over his rat communications.
Good job. You did that.
So cute.
Give a little pat on to Daisy. Say,
Daisy's
Hey,
tail
no,
wags a little bit.
hey, did I miss anything?
Drama?
Oh, well, that's to be expected
Did you
at this
bring
point.
back kibble for Daisy?
No, I didn't leave.
Well, I don't know where you went, but what is this dog gonna eat?
I don't know. I'll ask Bit about it when she comes back.
Didn't you ask Bit about it? She told you that was turkey.
Oh yeah, the turkey.
Should probably feed your dog.
Oh, I'm gonna go to the fridge and look for turkey.
You find like a
Ground turkey package.
no, it's like
full turkey.
it's
Guessing you, Walter.
no, it's like the Oscar Mayer pre-sliced deli packs.
Oh,
that you got to peel the front off of.
All right. So like it's in slices.
Yeah, it's in slices.
All right. I kind of just like go up to like the doorway of the car and like I'm assuming like because it's like the tunnel track where there's like the upper bit and the lower bit.
It's an off. It's like an office in the.
Yeah, you're
subway.
you're not in a train car.
She has a
Oh, okay.
fridge.
Okay.
Yeah, Curtis
okay.
had the train car.
Curtis was the
Okay.
train
Yeah,
car.
you're missing up on
She's in the
Nosferatu.
office area that
Okay.
that
They're
she
not all the
converted the
same.
different
God.
like.
Sorry, yeah.
Planet.
Spatial mapping. I'm just gonna like start like tossing up like turkey slices and like
So-
watching Daisy like try to like.
Where did you go if you wasn't to get food?
Oh, so you know how she was Bit was talking about like trying to take down the angels or something.
Daisy
yeah,
hops
that was
up and
important.
So I was thinking like I think I heard somewhere sometime while I've been out of the city like they use rats and stuff.
Mm.
So I thought I'd
they
try
do.
talking to some rats. Haven't done that before.
Wait, you could talk to rats.
Yeah.
Oh God, they would say such terrible things about me.
No, they were cute. They came up to my hand. I felt like a Disney princess. Like,
you know what you did.
Oh God,
and
don't let them know you're friends with me.
so anyway, so I couldn't like they didn't quite understand everything I tried to tell them, but for the most part, what I got is I asked them to like look out if there were any other vampires hanging out in the subway tunnels.
Okay, if you could talk to the rats. Miss Priestley, remember when I was saying we should poison them?
Whoa.
Let me give you some context.
Yeah, fair.
And I guess so I don't have to explain for like the
Spiel.
third time.
Yeah.
She gave you the whole spiel.
Oh, well, why don't we just, if the rat comes back to me and it wants me to like follow it, if it finds other vampires, why don't we just follow the rats instead of trying to kill the rats?
No.
I mean,
We're not trying to break into their haven.
No, I'm not saying to break into their haven. I'm just like,
well, what are we gonna do once? The point is we need to interrupt their information network, and that happens to be your furry friends. So either we murder Vincent Angel, or we murder some rats. One seems significantly easier to do.
I'm honestly, with you on this, I'm thinking that we just need to put some powder rat poison on this rat's back and let him spread it around all his rat friends.
I don't think that's how poison works.
That's how the plague worked.
Actually, no, it was proved that it wasn't the rats at all, Miss Priestley.
I think it was the mosquitoes.
They were suggesting that it was actually fleas. There's a lot of documentation on it
fleas.
recently. See, if you had used the internet, like I tried to show you, you would know about the Black Plague.
So you guys, we're gonna poison these rats.
Well, we know that their food would need to be frequently.
And it would need to be blood.
Well, why don't we
Yes.
just poison that?
Because that means killing a vampire!
Well,
if
no,
we
not
poison
And that's
not
when
necessarily.
Bit walks back in
Yeah, as we scream, "Killing a
as
vampire."
Evelyn screams out, "Killing a vampire!" That's when Bit walks back into her office.
Oh, okay. I see you guys have been busy. Interesting.
Oh, I found the cold turkey, by the way.
You're just okay. Well, it's okay because you're giving it to Daisy. But next time, ask me.
I did ask if there was food. That's how I knew about the turkey.
Okay. Well, it's for
Terrible
Daisy.
house guests. Oh my God.
Just take my turkey, you bastard.
Stop all over an introvert's home.
Well, I was busy. As you can see, I had to take an Uber, and I got to draw. Well, I didn't get to you, Eddie. I'm sorry, but I was drawing you
They're
guys.
so cute, you guys have no idea.
I was drawing the coterie.
Oh.
Oh, these are
Where's
cute.
you?
No,
That's
she's
her-
that
that's her-
one.
That's me.
Yeah, no, you have to.
She put the ladies in a row.
Yeah. Sorry, I was getting to you, Eddie.
I like
It's
my
okay.
eyelashes.
But then the Uber
They're
had
very
it.
Oh,
long.
wait, hold on. That means you 100%. You're part of our coterie, right? I mean, if you're
I mean,
a picture.
However, like coteries work. I mean, do I just say like?
You can be part of our club.
You could sit with us.
Oh my god.
You can sit at our lunch table.
That
I mean,
is,
we've sat at your dinner table already, technically, in an actual real sense.
That's true. Wow.
I mean, you slept in my house and you wore my pajamas.
We slept
so-
together.
What?
In the
What?
same room.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Also, I was like, what? Because she like had that flashback where actually she was like,
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did your talk with Curtis go?
Interesting. I mean, I have a lot of information. Some
Okay.
really good news. Like,
Wait, it's the
honestly.
bad news though. Bad news first.
Bad news first? You really want to hear the bad news?
Yes, because then the good news will cheer me up.
Oh, I hope so.
Okay.
Hopefully it's good enough to cheer me up.
How about that? Well, so my boy Curtis, he's, back to his usual, whatever.
Courtesy things.
Courtesy
Schwifty
things.
little-
Yeah, jamming, grooving,
Uh-huh.
living like a king.
Continue.
Well, or sheriff.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the thing. He said, as the sheriff, that the streets are pretty much clear for you guys.
That's not bad news.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, that's good news, right? I saw.
Oh my god! Wait!
I was supposed to go with the bad news first.
Then,
I'm
Jesus!
sorry.
Simple directions!
Oh, hey, I can.
I just really like good news.
I mean, I can stop using your turkey and get treats for Daisy now.
That's true.
Wait,
That
please
is-
continue.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
right.
sorry.
Sorry.
Well, okay, so
I'm like laser focused. Like, I'm ready.
the interesting thing, well, first, sorry, I'm like reading my notes because what would be the most baddest news?
The most beat.
The most baddest. Well, okay. First bit of bad news is Grigori is awake.
Oh no.
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
But see, okay, he said that wasn't. It doesn't seem necessarily bad because it feels like he and Grigori were kind of in cahoots there.
Oh, of course
So he's not
they
going
were.
to be discussed. So
I think-
the meaty we provided him was useful and agreeable and
Yeah, and I put in a totally good word for you guys on that front. Like,
you.
I think he kind of gets your whole like hand in that
listen, if we're
situation.
gonna be kicking around gray lines, I think we've already proved we have no sense of what is appropriate. So
Yeah,
so wait,
but neither does Curtis.
so
well, exactly.
so okay, so Grigori's out. Then what's he doing? Is he still?
He's about to be put in a shipping cart and shipped wherever. But
Okay, so I guess
Alright, well, at least he's getting the hell out of the city.
that's
Holding
true. I
up
think
that
that's
part
what
of
he
the
wanted
bargain.
from the beginning.
So what is? Where is he?
I don't know, somewhere in the city.
He's in the village.
Oh, that's right. He's in the village.
Well, she could even just keep it. All right. I wonder how long someone can resist the beckoning. He felt it when he woke up, and then he's been here how long now? Right? It's been like a week.
It's been
Longer than that.
like a month, right?
But then
it's been about 2 weeks at
Yeah,
least.
we don't know when he got restaked though.
That doesn't matter. He felt that call east as soon as he was awake. It's interesting that all the elders are slowly starting to feel this call, and I wonder if there's a way to control who hears it.
Sounds like an episode of The Twilight Zone.
What?
She actually
Okay.
would know that.
I
is-
would know that.
Yeah,
That's
you would. Wow, Evelyn. Something current, but also not.
It's current? I thought it was...
It's a cult classic, I think.
Yeah, it's
Right.
like still super popular.
Oh, cool.
Wow, points.
Yeah.
Proud of you. Another thing is, so the whole thing about the scourge, I found out a really interesting tidbit about that.
Okay.
Um,
Why? Who sent them after us?
And he's not after us anymore?
oh, okay, so that's the thing. Curtis sent the scourge after you guys.
I'm actually not surprised by this.
Okay, that's good to know.
Just
Because
kind
he
of
did it.
Clap the turkey together.
I knew it wasn't Le Grand Papillon. What did I tell you?
Of course, but I mean,
Is the
kind
turkey turning into mulch?
Yeah, just like it's piercing through my
Oh.
fingers. Like,
Oh,
Daisy's like,
Daisy's gonna be like, oh,
Daisy's
God.
just anything that like splatters out of his hands onto the ground in front of him. Daisy
Ooh,
is
got
just
it.
like nomming it up.
Clean this up.
yum, yum.
Floor turkey.
Did
Not
he-
to be
did he-
confused with wall turkey.
did he explain why he sent?
I mean, kind of to cover his own ass.
Of
But listen,
Yeah, but...
it could have
Okay,
been worse.
actually, Evelyn gets political here for 1 second.
Oh shit.
And then
Oh.
she goes,
oh.
but actually,
Everybody sit down.
that makes sense, actually.
Wait. So when I suggested Le Grand Papillon stayed on our list of who would want to light us on fire because it would
It
possibly
wasn't Le
cover
Grand
his tracks.
Papillon, though.
I know, but you...
But I already knew. Are you okay?
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought I had to give her my sock. She got caught, and I was just gonna give my cat my clothes. That's how it works here. If she touches my pants, I take my pants off. I'm like, it's yours now.
Hey.
She gets hooked on there, and then
yeah, she's
it's
a
easier
polydactyl,
just to take
so-
off your pants at that point,
Yeah.
rather than to unhook her from your.
Yeah.
But I knew it wouldn't be Le Grand Papillon.
I know, but the point is that you 100% scoffed at the idea that it was a political. Someone would use that as a way to cover their tracks. Now you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
No, I didn't scoff at that. I scoffed at it being Le Grand Papillon.
Well, I mean, clearly it's not, so it doesn't matter.
But
It's fucking Curtis.
To be fair,
Bitch.
it does make sense that he would want to cover his own ass like that. But he said we're in the clear, so
Yeah, I mean, he had to do what he had to do. But the interesting thing about the Scourge is it's not just that one guy.
it's not just Nikolai.
Yeah, Nikolai is more of like a bunch of Nikolais.
Like
It's like an idea
alias?
of Nikolai.
Is this another fucking Barlow situation?
No, because Barlow is
Does he have a
bigger.
twin?
Not necessarily. He just okay. So there's Nikolai, Axe Nikolai. There's Nikolai, Flamethrower Nikolai, and then there's like a little girl
Named
that's, like-
Nikolai.
yeah.
So like, it's his. He named his coterie Nikolai.
No, I think. Well, he's Malkavian, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that it's all the same person.
Exactly. It's all Nikolai, but Nikolai is.
Aspects.
Actually, I would probably have you make a occult roll.
Work that
Intelligence
psychology,
occult.
queen.
Would
I
my
knew-
psychology?
I need to know
No.
more.
No.
No, this is
Occult
purely
specifically, all right.
occults.
It's just like a.
That's
Work that
interesting.
old cold queen.
I don't fully
Yes,
understand
me.
it.
Plural of Nikolai is
Nikolai.
Nikolai.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Nikolese?
Nicholas.
No.
Yeah.
If it were Greek, it would be Nikolai.
Is this
If it
cock?
was
think that's
Nicholas,
Cox.
it would be
Okay, so-
Nikolai. But if it's Nikolai, then it goes to Nikolese.
Yeah,
All right. 1, 2,
Right?
3,
They're so cute.
4, 5.
Look at Daisy.
Such
5
angry
successes.
eyebrows.
You know about the network,
I love mine. I love
Yes.
mine.
the Malkavian network. That the Malkavians don't like to use this term, but those outside of the clan call it the Madness Network. It's also known as the Cobweb, Tapestry, Weavery. There's a bunch of other names. It's the idea that the reason why all Malkavians are touched and all of them have some kind of neuroatypical affliction is because they're all connected together.
Sensei.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that show.
And
Damn, don't keep
it's
saying
been spoken of that there's a way for them to actively access it. That might be the best way, like a
Well, that's
psychic web way almost for all of them to communicate. But mostly it's done through image and through metaphor and dream and any manner of unconventional communication.
so they're only able to communicate, but not actually supplant consciousness, or
I mean, if they're all connected though and actively accessing it, they most of the time they subconsciously access it. And there's been stories of those who can actively access it. This might be connected to that.
okay,
It's a Malkavian thing
okay.
that might be being perverted and twisted
All
in
right,
a
give me
way.
a Tron Brain Blast.
Would they? Is that obviously this is because it's usually done subconsciously? Does that mean that it's usually someone who is a more potent vampire who's able to control that kind of thing? Would that give me an idea of his generation?
It's the Malkavian network. It's
not really something everyone talks
it's
about.
hard to pin down, and the
Nebulous.
Malkavians aren't exactly open about discussing it,
That's unfortunate. There's a lot to learn there.
especially when they're talking about a psychic network that connects all of one clan together. Delia would have no interest in something like that.
I really have to give him his axe back so we could have a conversation. Now that he doesn't want to hunt us anymore. Okay, so
we pissed him. Okay, I just want to make sure I understand this correctly. You're telling me that it's one man with lots of mans and a little girl in his head? Or it's lots of Nikolais?
It's
Nicolese?
real?
it's the real. I think it's based on-
Nicolaises?
I think the Nicolaises aren't necessarily all Nikolai. I think that it may be related to the cobweb network that all Malkavians subconsciously access, but if someone was skilled enough, they could possibly deliberately use this sharing of consciousness with other Malkavians.
Evelyn just starts like, you're losing her. So she's just starting to nod, like, yeah.
All right, Miss Priestley, can you imagine how fantastic? Imagine you shared your mind and all your knowledge with all the great seamstresses, names like Alexander McQueen. Imagine you all shared.
Ideas
one
are
mind.
priceless. That's actually a touchstone and conviction.
Ideas are priceless, but imagine
They don't
the
deserve to be shared.
the collaborative.
yours.
If no one ever collaborated, you wouldn't have a single design. You don't sew every single thing you make. You don't make every textile.
But
Everything
to
is
share
a
your
collaboration.
ideas is completely.
You
to
have
share a
your
design
ideas.
that I've made, and I needed a teammate to sew it together, and I do so. Thank you very much.
But in this instance, Nikolai isn't sharing ideas, more like he's sharing, well, I guess the idea of, I like to kill. With all his friends, with all his Nikolai.
Evelyn does not understand.
It's a Malkavian thing, right?
Well, what he does is a little variant of what it is, but yeah, it is something that the clan closely regards as secret and unfortunately will not share, although it would probably result in great exploration of technology, but that's fine.
But what matters is he's not killing us anymore.
Yeah,
I think, or is it just Curtis isn't having him hunt us down? He might
names
still
are
have a
cleared.
personal grudge against us after we nearly
Curtis
killed him.
said,
And he does have a point.
Wait. Let her continue.
Yeah.
Curtis said that the streets are clear. His words.
By the sheriff.
By the sheriff. He's
Okay.
the sheriff. I mean, Nikolai is kind of a loose cannon, and he's a little bit.
Well, I'm sure he has.
But he only acted when upon called.
That's true. But I mean,
That means if everything had gone down the way it did, and he hadn't, we would have been fine.
Yeah,
Your escape plan would have worked perfectly fine. We could have gone back to the apartment, and everything would have been fine.
Well, I think it's still pretty smart to be cautious.
I'm sorry, I just got a moment of thinking about Daniel. Legitimately.
Oh.
Well, wait.
You okay there?
Did you say it to yourself, or was that out
And
loud?
that was like a in-player, like that was a Raquel being like,
Okay, yeah, I was like, wait.
yeah,
is
no,
this-
that was Raquel
Are
being
you
like,
sharing?
oof.
Okay.
Okay. I think well, there was like a visible like
My
hits
heart.
her.
My cockroach.
Okay, so
Eddie did have a point. He, while he was officially called on us by our friend Curtis, the sheriff of the city, we did in fact very openly wield our vampiric powers against him in the middle of New York streets, and he may have a grudge, and something we should probably just be wary of.
do you still have one of his axes?
Maybe.
Are you gonna
Yes,
give
it's in my purse.
it back? I mean,
Can we sell that?
I'm not selling that.
Well, why not?
I want it.
Okay.
I think it would be a good conversation starter. Should we ever have a conversation?
I think if you ever get that chance, I don't know if we'll really want it back.
We should have asked you to check on the car.
Well, what do you like? Your car?
We have tons of car at the apartment. We can get a new car.
I'm sorry.
Eddie's like recognizing what she means. Like she's like
I need
the
actual
car.
tissue.
Like oh
We should have checked on the car.
no.
What? What happened?
Oh, I get it.
When we were in the parking garage, we called Daniel for a ride, and Nikolai picked up instead.
Oh,
She's
fuck.
worried he's dead.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, we can get another driver and we'll ghoul him this time and take better care of him.
Okay,
Dang.
you went down to
Feely
humanity
just
5,
did the
not
equivalent
2.
of, we'll get you a new puppy, okay?
Oof. I know I'm cold. I'm still getting like I can understand the feelings. Like,
Oof.
Wow. Well, listen. I mean, that's a very. Daniel? Wow. That's fucked up.
Well, I mean, all right. To be fair, you don't actually know.
We
if
don't
he's
know
dead.
if he's
We didn't
dead,
really.
but it was heavily implied. I should have come back to check on the car.
Did we have like a tracker or something?
No,
Do have insurance
because
to
no
pick it up?
one ghouled him. We have no sense of.
I meant with the
We
car.
get-
I'm sorry. I thought. Listen, I asked her about the car, and then she was like, "No, we're talking about the man." And
it is. It could be that Daniel is still alive. I mean, Nikolai was tasked to kill you guys, not some random driver. I mean, he is, like I said, a loose cannon, a crazy.
My car was wrapped around a telephone pole.
yeah, but people don't always die in car crashes. I mean, it's true. Medically speaking, you're more likely to sustain
I don't know if it
horrible
was
head damage.
Was it like a car crash, or was it more like he? Because the way I imagined it was that like he took the car, and here's like the pole. Wait, can you hold this? Here's the
Be a pole for me.
And like he, instead of it like being a car that crashed in like this, I imagined it more like he took the car and wrapped it around like that.
Oh, I thought I didn't even think
It was like the
I thought it
car
was parked.
swung sideways and
Okay, so it's like
the
that.
passenger side door was crumpled around it.
Oh, I didn't know it was
like
bad.
that.
I thought the car
Yeah,
was
like
No.
like the pole would have been in the middle console,
Okay.
and
Ooh.
all of that car would have been crushed into the driver's side. And basically, imagine a car spinning out and then swinging into a pole sideways.
Okay.
Fuck. I mean, sorry. I didn't know Curtis, but he was a great driver, and I respect that. I mean, Daniel.
Curtis such a good driver.
Daniel was a great driver, and I respect that. Driver to driver. He's rooming in the afterlife. You know. I'm sorry.
Maybe you should just give her some space for a little bit.
Okay, I do have some more information. This is important. So this
Okay.
was just Curtis's phase 1. There's another phase.
There's more.
to this whole New World Order situation. Okay.
Did he give you details? Are you now like within this council of I give details? Because you're a heartbeat now.
Pretty much.
That's fantastic.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. No, because he used to not tell you anything, and I thought that was quite shit. But I think
it was just training me, almost like getting me hungry for information that he wasn't giving. And now that he's giving it to me, I'm like Daisy with that turkey. Can't be satiated. Sorry, that was
congratulations.
a weird.
No,
I feel like
I think that's
I feel like
fantastic.
Daisy's would be fine at this point. I feel like I imagine Daisy being very content at the moment.
Oh well, whatever. The analogy still works.
Okay, so
There's
phase
another
2.
phase,
What-
and it involves cleaning out Brooklyn completely
like
Of the Giovanni?
of the Giovanni.
oh
Yes.
okay.
And moving somebody else in.
Oh.
The Lasombra.
Of course.
As I.
All right. Well, so
And on top of that, this is just a tidbit of information that I picked up in the chaos. Somebody was named Lasombra Primogen. Her name was Victoria? Something?
Well, Evelyn kind of perks up for a moment, and she's like, yes, I remember her. I met her in Chicago.
Okay.
She was nice and cordial, dressed well. We had plenty of conversation. She was a little bit curious about New York, but I didn't give away anything that I, wouldn't have told anybody in post-conversation.
From that conversation, do you have any concept of what kind of ideology they're bringing with them?
Well, she seemed very keen to kind of paint the Lasombra in a new, sophisticated court life.
No longer Sabat.
Yes,
Okay.
no longer. So, and she certainly didn't look Sabat. She looked very expensive.
I'm not having deja vu. I think you guys already had this
Wait, we
conversation
did?
earlier in the.
I think that they did. That's why when.
But I
when
don't think
she
I
heard-
told them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
She knew of
Yeah.
Victoria
We
and the
talked.
conversation with Victoria.
This is like
That's
but
what.
talk.
didn't know about the.
yeah, I
Primogen
think that
art.
was her talking, asking questions about Victoria.
Yeah.
There are a lot of separate
I
conversations
think I
happening.
may have brought her up to you.
Yeah, no, I think
Briefly
yeah,
when we
yeah,
started
yeah, we
talking.
talked. Yeah, we
a
know
few
who
days
she
ago,
is.
but
Yeah,
I think it's probably a good thing that I at least
You
have
spoke to this person over what? The span of a night, and you think that
I mean, I was
suddenly
probably
that
there for a while. I was at each location for like a little while.
Yeah, at least a week.
At least a week. So,
You know,
like, I
enough
had
time
seen
to,
her,
to
like-
go to Elysium.
Like, I mean, I had spoken to her a few times. I wouldn't say we're friends, but I would say we're pleasant acquaintances. I don't think she'd be unpleased to see me.
So maybe that is
It is.
something that you pursue. New friends.
I mean, that's
new
what I was
city?
implying earlier, but you
Yeah.
all were like, oh.
Well, I actually no. In fact, I offered to find friends for them, and in fact, you scoffed at me. So I
We
was on
don't know
board
if we
about
want to
that.
find friends for them yet.
I think we should.
for
totally.
for the
Let's meet her first. Let's
You
see
met
how-
her
you
already.
yeah you
Yeah,
said
but
you-
let's like meet her on our turf here first before we kind of.
Are you inviting her?
Here?
No,
Oh my
I mean,
god,
on her-
oh
Do we
my
throw a
god.
party?
I mean, as in New York,
Okay.
not Chicago,
And not here.
So we're
and
throwing
not
a party.
here.
Are we gonna
Back at the apartment.
at
I
the
don't know. I'll
apartment?
Somewhere
figure it
else.
out.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Also,
have to
out
kill
of
the
character
dreadful
question, I know there was more you said about Curtis's phase 2. There was the Giovanni thing,
there was
and
the
then
2 shipping containers from
Yeah,
Saudi
2
Arabia,
shipping. Yeah,
That's-
from Brooklyn.
Man, they're good. They're better
and
than me.
something
yeah.
about the ventures being smoothed
From
out.
Saudi Arabia, the shipping containers were coming from.
That's
and like,
right, okay.
Anarch takeover question mark?
Yeah, they wanted to change up the people, but in a way that the
high
higher
tower.
up within the ivory tower would be like, "Ooh, okay, I see what you're doing. I like this." So it has to be done in a way that isn't just like chaos.
okay.
So lots of subterfuge, I imagine.
Okay. See, yeah,
The missing pieces.
I had 2 things that I was missing. Right. Curtis. More for phase 2. So 2 shipping containers coming in from Saudi Arabia. I assume that's something to do with the power vacuum. And what was that other thing? Oh yeah, something about smoothing out the Ventru.
Well, I imagine they're all pretty miffed right about now.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, considering.
But there needs to be Ventru representation, and I'm sure somebody will step up. But will they be approved by Curtis?
Well, and also approved by all the
The
stiff
Grandpa
shirts.
Yeah, but I imagine a lot of it is a design. I don't think it necessarily relies on everyone agreeing. I think it matters more about the people making decisions.
That's true.
And that's kind of
And right now, it's Le Grand Papillon and Curtis making the decisions.
for everyone.
Is the Grand Papillon all up on the know-how for this phase 2 thing, or is that just a Curtis phase 2 thing?
He didn't tell me. He said Le Grand Papillon and him are like cool, but
He's lied to
How
us before.
weird-
I don't know how trustworthy that
Curtis is a slippery guy.
Yeah, he
Yes.
did say he approved this entire time of Le Grand Papillon. Every time it was mentioned, he did say he was a fan. I believe
Yeah,
was the
he
exact
always
words
did.
at one point.
Correct.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I know. That's
Well,
what
I
he
know
told
those
me.
two are not sleeping together. He's just not.
No, he did confirm they weren't.
Oh, great.
He said
You asked?
I mean, listen,
Well,
with
I
everything that
just-
we've been talking about, it's not an out of the question question.
Right, but he was like,
Oh,
my
I-
rugged good looks.
Oh
are
no!
kinda
Stop!
ground
Stop! No! Stop! No!
Oh no, I don't
Oh, and-
even breathe, and I have an urge to
Oh no!
cough.
It's gonna be weird. He's gonna be eating food, and then this. Oh no!
What? It could be it's a food play. There are
No,
people that really like that.
No!
I
No!
guess.
Stop!
Sorry.
I mean, that used to be a condition that would
please
get you put in
not?
the asylum, but honestly, nowadays people are way more forward-thinking. You should progress with the times. You do not want to start looking
Oh!
like
Oh! You're talking to me about being forward and progressive.
What about me? Wait, you think I'm conservative about something?
I don't know.
Do you? Well, you just implied as much, Eddie. What are you saying?
Oh, guys, focus here.
Okay, focus.
Okay, what is it you want us to focus on, Miss Priestley? Because I
Well-
just got accused of being conservative.
No, that's not what I said.
Hmm.
I just you. Ugh.
Anyway.
I'm
So
stressed.
where were the shipping containers going or coming from? Did you
They're
know?
coming from Saudi Arabia to here.
That seems strange.
There's been a lot of.
The Middle East.
There's not a lot of East coming back to us lately. That's a unique direction.
Yeah. Because
I mean-
Grigori's trying to get back out there if he's hearing some weird calling thing.
But what? Okay, you perked up in the Middle East. What do you know?
I mean, what do I know?
There's that obvious clan that has a little bit of influence in that area, in that region.
And that clone.
They are derogatively called by the rest of the vampire world Asimite. They refer to call themselves Banu Hakim.
Is it canon that the Tremere learned their scorpion's touch through them, or was it stolen from them, or is that
Yes,
just
it
that
was stolen from them.
Okay, it was actually stolen. I didn't know if it was just like
And at least the
in-game.
way I'm interpreting it, yes.
Okay.
Like the Tremere lost all of their magic and needed something to grab onto, and they were like, "Oh, look, there's
figure that
blood
out.
magic right there. Grab. You don't need all of this. We're just gonna borrow it."
was the
It's the
Banu
Tremere thing. Banu Hakim.
There's a group out there called the Banu Hakim.
Yes, there is.
Okay.
Um,
And that's I don't listen. New vampire shit. So are they good? Are they good guys?
good guys. I mean, good depends on what side you're on at the time, right?
Yeah, true.
What do I scrub my brain in politics, court knowledge? I know this is kind of going out of my cam expertise. But
Oh,
like,
Eddie also started looking into our angel problem while you were gone.
What?
Oh, yeah, no, I talked to some rats.
Okay.
I didn't get too deep with them, but I asked them if they would find anything, like if there were any other vampires hanging out in the subway tunnels.
I mean, that's a good start.
But-
I mean, did you just pick up on that from my blood clot analogy?
no, it was from me.
Whoa.
I dumped some books down.
They want to poison the vat supplies and shit.
I go on for the 4th time to explain the angel spiel and what I was thinking about and kind of tell you this is all the stuff. Here you go is my notes.
Oh, the stuff. Hey, look at this stuff.
And yeah, so that's what we're talking about. I
mean,
made sure that I kind of
If we could find where they're being fed, I think if we poison the supply, that would put a massive
Didn't you
and
say that?
immediate
But
dent.
didn't you mention they gotta get fed by blood?
Yeah, the blood,
blood
gets put
comes
into
from
their
a
food supply.
well, I assumed it was probably somebody, cutting. It's Vincent probably cutting his wrist and feeding them.
It only needs a very small amount of blood within that food supply.
It
but
depends on
but
how many.
it's a
It
lot
depends
of-
on how
Here-
many
alright,
rats.
But the point is that he gets that food supply, then he adds the blood to the food supply. Should you poison the food supply, then have that food supply
Yes,
given, and he puts the
Oh,
blood
okay.
into
So
it?
there's the blood, then there's
Yes. Think
okay.
about what you do with Daisy. So say I were to
Yeah.
poison Daisy. The way I would go about doing it is I would poison the kibble, and when she
Eddie
eats
becomes
that
rapidly
kibble, that would be.
He's like, wait a
that's
second,
essentially
no.
what we're doing with the rats. Poison the kibble.
Can't we just kill the vampire instead?
Oh my.
If you think it's easier to kill Vincent, I'm all for hearing the plan. Honestly, I'm not against it.
Honestly, if you're not worried about the political repercussions of that, I really would love to hear about how you would get your neck out of that.
I'm not saying I prefer it. I'm just saying I don't want to just genocide a bunch of rats.
Well,
They're rats, Eddie.
Guys,
Huh?
What's wrong?
hold on. I just got this email. Wolfman Kurt to mail group Gossip Crew 2019. Fuck. Attention all harpy missive from the prince. Sigbeart's punishment for conspiracy against the prince in the domain of NYC has been decided. Blood thralling to 2 members of the forfeiture of the domain. The prince and primogen Victoria shall be regent to the bond. The forfeiture of domain shall see Sigbeart turned over Wall Street domain to the La Sombra clan. Please disseminate this information.
I'm sorry, may I actually? I would have a phone, but my phone died.
Fucking to Victoria, she gets here and here, have this. Oh, that's dick. Oh my goodness. Sorry, that was out of character in character. Delia fortunately curses as much as I do.
Well, I'm gonna assume Bit pulled this up on her computer. Actually.
Oh, okay. The way you read this, I didn't understand it.
Oh,
so
I'm really bad at reading out loud.
Okay, so it's a missive from the Prince. Siegbert's punishment for conspiracy against the prince has been decided.
Yeah.
He's going to be.
He's going, blood thralling to 2 members of the forfeiture of domain. The prince and the primogen Victoria shall be regent to the bond. Okay, so he's getting bonded to Prince and Victoria.
Ooh.
I just want to make sure I understand that correctly.
Okay.
No offense, the way you read that, I was like, what the hell is going on?
The old terms for the person who is the controller of the blood bond is the regent. The one who is the
Oh, I got it. That's fine.
Okay.
the lesser in the blood bond is the thrall. So
They're going to be the regents and he's going to be the thrall.
I do not.
he's
miss
going to be
that.
that's
gonna
going
be
to
their
be
bitch.
they're pulling an old school Tremere move on Sigbear pretty much.
Yeah.
He's going to be their bitch.
Can we not phrase it like that?
I mean, I'm sorry, that was out of character.
Jillian's just like, I would prefer if you didn't.
Sorry, that was totally Raquel.
Okay, so.
So even more of a reason to be friends with Victoria.
So wait, so what? He gave you the information,
what a
so you
punishment.
spread it out and about,
Huh?
right? You're gonna spread that out and about to people, right?
I mean,
are you the only one in that email chain?
oh god, is she? Can she see who else is in the
Is
email?
Is it blind Cece?
I get Alice's email.
Oh my god. No, you just
It'd
message
be
her like,
big titty queen.
oh,
But it's like big titty queen with like exclamation points. And
Oh.
like, queens
cringe.
with like QW
Oh boy.
with a euro dollar sign.
But
my
yeah,
God.
I mean,
Send tribute to Big Titty Queen.
Okay,
yeah.
so
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I think it's time you made some friends.
I mean, good thing I did some traveling and kind of have an acquaintance, not friends, but acquaintance. We can make a friend.
Yeah, exactly. Making friends can be fun.
And I think I also probably need to touch base with the Grand Papillon.
Yeah. I mean, now that you
should do
guys are
that.
pretty much okay to.
Should we go home?
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Go
I appreciate
home.
your hospitality, but I want to go home.
we're all gonna do our own
I haven't had
things.
my
I got
makeup in
some
days.
ideas.
I mean, I appreciate what you have lent me, but like,
I mean, you can keep the dress.
thank you.
Looks better on you.
Thanks.
And with that email, we shall end tonight's game.
This was fun. This was like a
Yeah.
big conspiracy episode.
know.
I'm actually really about that.
I have been Connery. With me has been.
Raquel Skellington.
Baby.
Just Kevin.
Sanjali.
I have to do 4 of them.
Yeah, oh god.
Catch you guys next time. And remember, until then, stay evil. Catch you later.
Bye.